We gonna get loud, get loud, get loud, get loud, get loud, get loud. Let's turn it up now. Get loud, get loud, get loud, so loud. Get loud, get loud. We gonna turn it up right now. Let's turn it up now. Let's turn it up. Now that we got your attention, about time for this intervention. Figured all your good intentions out. Yeah, 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 yeah. People you forgot to mention, we burn your shit in our engines. Better get used to us standing proud. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bring it in, boom, boom. Bring it in, boom, boom. We singing, boom, boom. Make you feel it, gonna hear it. You can build those walls, but we gon' bring the house down. You can't keep us down no more. We gonna get loud, get loud, get loud, get loud, get loud, get loud. Let's turn it up now. Get loud, get
Look, no limit, still standing. Waiting for this moment, better take advantage. Think you falling off? Show them your balance. Show them your passion. Move forward, not back. Go hard, be effortless, confident. Off the ground might be safe for now, we ain't pedaling. Keep control, we ain't settling. Keep it going to the very end. Till you win, gotta try again. Ain't no limits, we gon' get it in. Hey! Started off, we finished. Never running out of energy. Keep it going till we finish. Keep it going, I ain't limited. Coming to get it and pushing the limits. You better pray we ain't come to play. Went on a mission, you tunnel your vision. Now I can't hear what a hater say. Didn't believe they didn't need. Now they can see what time it is. Infinity, now you can see. High in the hills where I'm trying to live. Tell me how long this lasted. Never mind, we ain't waiting to wait. Chasing great, can't be jogging in place. If it ain't helping, it's taking away. You ain't helping, you just in the way. Limitless range, we take it to space. Chasing a dream, you can't relate. Time's ticking, I cannot be late. Started up, we finished. Never running out of energy. Keep it going till we finish. Keep it going till we finish. Keep it going, I am limitless. Limitless. Started up, we finished. Limitless. Never running out of energy. Limitless. Keep it going till we finish. Keep it going till we finish. Keep it going, I am limitless. Limitless. Started up, we finished. Limitless, never running out of energy. Limitless, keep it going till we finish. Keep it going till we finish. Keep it going, I am limitless. No boundaries. No end. No limits. Nothing is easy. And everything is earned. Be the last one standing. Be the best out. Be limitless. Limitless. Started up, we finished. Limitless. Never running out of energy. Limitless. Keep it going till we finish. Keep it going till we finish. Keep it going, I am limitless. Limitless. Started up, we
2022 GSL Season 2. Africa TV Free Cup Studio live. 2022 GSL Season 2.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another day of the GSL Codex. This is the round of 4, and honestly, I am so excited for the games that we've got here today.
Oh my God, yes. This round of 4 is absolutely killer. We have a lot of great storylines coming together. And, I mean, whoever makes it through, it's going to be a great finals, no doubt, next week.
That's right.
But there's certainly some that we're looking more forward to, right? Like,
yeah.
Can we get a Protoss champion after 5 years? Is it possible? Can it be done?
It cannot be stated enough. It's been too long for Protoss here at GSL. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
I think the season certainly could be. The player I'm most excited about in our Final Four is Hero. He looks phenomenal. He seems to be approaching especially PvZ, but overall in all the matchups, he has a very different take on it, and that can usually be a very good style, or good thing, I should say. Protoss is a really stylistic race, and I think you do have to be kind of evolving in your play constantly if you're going to be competitive. And we've had a bit of stagnancy in that with some of our other Protoss players in the past.
Yeah, and well, Hero, never the case with him, right?
No.
Like he's always kind of cheesy, kind of aggressive, coming up with his own stuff. So we'll see if he's going to be able to overpower Bunny. Regardless of who goes forward between those two, it'll be their first GSL Codas finals.
Right. And speaking of finals, it's going to be this Friday, starting at 6:30 p.m. It's going to be at the Sangam Coliseum. We're not going to put this graphic up yet, but there will be a graphic with a link to where you can buy the tickets. Tickets go on sale at 5 p.m. KST tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
And they sell out. Like, you need to basically snipe them if you're going to come. And we are not selling tickets at the door. Okay?
That's right.
But get this information out there, guys, because there are people that fly into our finals and do not know this, and they're stuck outside the building.
That would be incredibly sad.
Yeah, it happens every year. So be on the lookout for that. And then, of course, you can see here for today, we've got Hero versus Bunny, and then Dark versus Maru.
Yeah. This is just such an amazing set of matches. Like we already talked about, Hero versus Bunny some, but of course, Dark Maru. This is rematch from Valencia. It's, I mean, a rematch from so many times these guys have fought each other. Going to be a fantastic match as well. We'll talk more about that in the second half of today, or what I should say is the second 2/3 of this today or something, because that match is likely to take much longer than this first one.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to have the first match of the round of 4, 2022 GSL Season 2. It is going to be a match between Bunny and Hero. So these two players are going to have to leave aside their friendship to battle it out today. Hello. Hello. The Hero. So even before the season started, a lot of players anticipated that you'll be the favorite to win this tournament this season. So that's what the players are saying. And that's what the players are predicting. So how do you feel moving on to round of 4? Well, you know, even when the players actually say that in their interviews, I still didn't have confidence. And I was just very fortunate to make it here. So here, this is your round of 4 after 7 years. And if you do make it to the finals, it will be your first GSL finals in your career. So how desperate, how eager are you to move to the finals? I mean, I'd be lying if I said I'm not eager. But if I'm too desperate, I get too nervous and I can't deliver all my performance on stage. So I'm going to try to not be nervous today. So Bunny, you came back to the round of 4 after 1 year, despite the hardship and adversity you faced. So all the Protoss players have left to Home Story Cup, so I didn't have a lot of scrim partners to practice with. But a few players did help me practice, so I'm really thankful to them. So as you're practicing, I'm sure you're really focused on making it to the finals, right? I mean, I've almost been playing StarCraft 2 for like 10 years. I've never been to the GSL finals yet. You know, just thinking about it makes my heart thump, and you know, I just want to try my best and try to make it there. So according to Bunny, Bunny actually said that Hero would be looking down on me right now. So Hero, do you think this is going to be an easy match for you today? No, not at all. I do practice with Bunny a lot, quite frequently. I lose to him a lot. You know, I win sometimes. I actually think I'm easier off playing against a Zerg than a Terran. So Bunny, whoever makes to the finals will be happy. That's what you said before. So are you gonna be happy even if Hero makes it to the finals? I mean, I wasn't joking. I was serious. I'll be happy for him. I mean, this GSL Season 2, I mean, it has a special meaning for me because I almost didn't make it to Korea while I was in Spain. So I don't care if Hero makes it to the finals. Well, these two players are looking very friendly today. So these players are playing against each other after 5 years in an offline match, best of 5. So what are the score predictions? Hero, you first. Well, you know, I'm not that confident right now.
한 3대2 정도.
If I do win, I think it's gonna be a full set. 3-2 win for me.
이재선 선수.
Then what about you, Bunny?
저도 자신 없어가지고.
I mean, I'm not confident as well.
이기면 3대2로 이기고.
So if I do win, maybe a 3-2.
3대0.
If I lose, maybe 3-0.
네, 인터뷰 빨리 마무리를 하겠습니다. 마지막으로
Okay, it feels like both the players want to get into the game right away. So here, anything else you want to say?
일단은 서로 재밌게 하자 했는데.
You know,
끝나고도
beforehand, before we said,
재밌었어요.
let's have an entertaining
왜
match.
이렇게 훈훈하죠?
But
이재선
yeah,
선수?
hopefully we do. Then what about you,
누가
Bunny?
이기든 재밌겠지만.
I mean, whoever wins, it's gonna be it's gonna be funny and
네,
happy.
마지막에는
But
저만
hopefully
재밌고 싶다
I get to win.
이재선 선수인데요. 자, 군대라는 긴 공백을 딛고 7년 만에
Alright, so
사강에
Hero
올라온
makes
김진우
it to the round of 4 after
그리고
7
코로나로
years
인한 연습
after his
부족을
military
딛고
service.
2년 만에 돌아온
And
이재선
Bunny,
선수입니다.
he
과연
had some
다음
difficulty
주
and hardship,
결승에
but he
오른
made it to
선수는
Korea
누구일지
safely and to the round of
지금부터
4.
첫 번째
We're gonna
경기
kick off the first
시작하겠습니다.
match of tonight.
Today's matchup. Hero. Bunny. Semi-finals.
따내고 주 1위를 확정 짓습니다. 조성주 선수를 제압하고 4강의 주인공이 됩니다.
Semi-finals.
All right, let's get this started, guys. This is going to be Bunny versus Hero. You know, I don't want to be too redundant. I know I've said that a lot this season, but I'll say it again. Hero is by far the player I'm most excited about in Season 2 this year.
Hero is? It's not Dark?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dark, well, we'll get to him when we get to that next best of 5 here. But I'm a little bit surprised that Bunny is the player that Hero is going up against. Maybe I shouldn't be that surprised because Bunny's had some really impressive performances as time has passed.
He's really been coming up.
I do feel like every season we have, Bunny has brought in a new, better iteration of himself.
Yeah, I think for the last few seasons that's definitely true. I think there was a long period of Bunny not looking so hot. Like, I mean, he's been playing since like 2013 in GSL. And I think, honestly, for the first, 7 years, he was very, kind of meh. And he's gotten really good now. You know, he would, and meh is, top 10 Terran in the world, but, 8th, you know? And there's just, not enough to make a splash. But now he is absolutely fantastic. But, of course, Hero has been one of the most important Protoss players for so long. Really, even since 2013, right, when Kespa switched over and everything, Hero has been one of the world's best Protoss players. He's added a completely different play style than anyone else. There's been multiple times where he's been the best Protoss in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
And in fact, I don't think he's ever actually... I think there was one period where he was the strategic leader of Protoss, then a patch ruined it. But mostly it's him kind of off on the side doing his own thing. Although I will mention this once again. I've mentioned it plenty of times for people that might remember. During the peak of Swarm Host, he was the only player that he was bringing strong macro against Swarm Host and figuring out how to beat it. So he's got a huge range to himself as well.
Right. Yeah, this should be a really interesting one. We should also note that, there's kind of this bit of a Protoss desert out here with the exception of Hero. We've got Parting in the military, SOS retired, Stats.
Zest is gone, Stats is military.
He's military, right? Yeah.
Creator's been coming up, which is great. Finals last season, fantastic. But yeah, Hero's the important guy, right? Trap fell out the earliest he has in 10 seasons this season.
So anyways, guys, we're ready. This is Hero vs. Bunny, best of 5. The winner goes on to the finals of the GSL Codex.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Hero. Team NV, Bunny.
Look at this. A little bit of a proxy barracks, although I don't know how much you would consider that a proxy. It's so far away. But yeah, barracks out on the map right now here for Bunny. So we'll see what he ends up doing with that. Very interesting location. Double gas at home, so certainly going into fact. And look at this, Hero also going to be proxying.
So right away, you see some support here. From Seattle, welcome. Glad you guys
see a
are
Protoss champion. Well,
that's going to be a long shot in
my
GSL.
man.
Hopefully we get it, my man.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
So
only person hoping more than me is Hero at this point, but yeah, good luck with that.
So games like this are pretty rare. I mean, we always have rushes, we always have proxies, but when both players are doing it, it makes for games that a lot of times rely on both players having a lot of good instinct on how to react and how to try to pace it all out. So the probe coming in here is going to tell Hero that he needs to be on the lookout because clearly something's hidden on the map. At the same time, the SCV is going to scout Hero's base, and they're both going to realize that, you know, aggression's going to kick in pretty quickly.
Yeah, it might be a little bit hard for him to read the forward gateway, but I think if he really looks around and finds that there's a pylon missing, that could kind of throw him off. Obviously, that pylon was a little bit early too, but anyways, this is kind of exciting, man. Double Stalker being made, concussive shells, and a Marauder there for Bunny across the map.
Now, keep in mind that even though they know it's a proxy, they don't know where it is exactly, but, you know, the pylon could be a very weak point here. Let's say the Marauder gets over there and can start to kill that off. One Hellion being produced here out of the factory. Concussive shells halfway done.
Yeah, of course, the Hellion is not going to do all that well against the Stalker. This is going to be highly annoying. Already a decent amount of damage as well on some of those SCVs. Now, here come the Marauders, and concussive's not done, but it's about to be done. Okay, well, this is pretty bad right now for Hero. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. The thing is, you know, there's a wall in here to at least barricade this out for some time, but already the Marauders are doing so much damage. Enough SCVs over here to repair this. Widowmine goes off and kills off the Zealot. The Stalker threat remains. The probes are going to go for a surround, and they get it.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
What a great call right there. So important as well.
If he could just get the Marauders so that it can't get in the bunker, I think he's going to be okay.
Dude, he takes 2 probes and clicks it on the SCV. Really great handling here from Hero. Fantastic handling, in fact. Who just gets out of there.
Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and bait out the Stalker. He needs to keep doing damage. He's got 2, so that's enough to kill that before 2 SCVs can repair it.
Yeah, good call there as well.
So the bunker was, the SCV is gone. It doesn't look like it's ever going to finish. There's no way to get any SCVs trafficked over to that side of the map. It looks like he can shimmy back, still keep vision. And he's going to have to basically sack another Stalker in order to make this work. So he comes in, he does that, he kills the mine. Like mentioned earlier, that pylon could end up being a soft spot, so these Marauders are going to take this out.
This is so funny looking, isn't it? Like,
what
he sacked multiple Stalkers here to just continue to kill SCVs. And with the 3 Marauders coming up from behind, they're going to kill the Stalkers. I think Hero's going to be looking at... Oh, that's a good recall. The way he was walking, I thought he was trying to either sneak around or maybe just come in from an angle where he gets first volley and maybe he can pick off one of them. But a solid recall, and who's winning is the big question here.
Well, Bunny's expanding, so he's going to be investing into a longer game. We don't see that yet from Hero. So, you know, expanding, it's not the wrong play, but keep in mind if one guy just decides to not back down, this could be a weak spot as well where he could try to come in there and just barrel through and crush that.
Look, Tasteless. As soon as you say, if someone decides not to back down, I can only think of IEM, you know?
What do you mean?
We won't back down from the fight.
From the fight.
They have like one song on repeat forever.
I said that Hero was going to be all aggression, but now I see a Nexus at the gold base. But he might be able to have his cake and eat it because he's going to just kill off these Marauders here. The Cyclone is sort of what's going to ultimately make this impossible to pull off, but he nearly gets in there. Barracks about to burn down.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for the Cyclone, man, like, and he almost gets it as well.
Yeah.
He would have just wrecked everything there. So Bunny holds on fine. We have a Prism on the way. Of course, as you mentioned, that gold Nexus. This is just such a wild first game, but it's Blackburn, right? So I'm not too caught off guard by that. Like, Blackburn definitely gives you some crazy builds, some crazy openers.
I think it's one of our better maps we've had in GSL, to be honest. There's a lot of cool avenues that players can take in this.
Overall, I think it's like my favorite map.
Actually, me too.
It gives a lot of variety to play, and just the shape of it's very interesting.
Yeah, but it doesn't require things of the player either. Like, you don't have to take a gold base right away, or, you know.
Yeah.
So, where are we at big picture? It looks like the worker count is basically even. But again, you know, with the gold base kicking in here, this is just going to be a massive boost in minerals for Hero. I wouldn't be surprised to see if Hero just continues to amass Stalkers.
Yeah, it could be. We'll see if he goes for Blink or if he goes for Charge here. Oh, Dark Shrine. A completely different choice. 4 Stalkers coming in. This is enough to one-shot SCVs, and in fact, there's so many damaged SCVs. Oh, a great pickup as well.
Great micro
Gotta
there.
be able to pick that off. Cyclone has no chance against Stalker plus Prism.
Yeah,
like he is doing a great job with this so far. But with 2 tanks coming down as well, looks like he will back out for now.
Yeah, doesn't quite have enough on the ground to really take a fight so far here. But he's going to have all the tools necessary to basically come in here and continue this on. Just looking at his position, it should be a third base pretty soon right now for Hero. Bunny's powering up. I'm sorry, Bunny knows about the base, right? He does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's important. If you don't know that there's a hidden base, and especially a gold base, then you have a real false sense of where you're at in the game.
He definitely does not know about the DT tech, though. And DT drop, this could be very, very deadly. Yeah, no scan there. Like, he used his scan to kill an observer. And another one's coming in. He actually wants him to scan this observer so badly. He's never wanted to lose an observer so bad in his entire life.
Yeah, he's trying to get a scan baited out. It's so funny. We don't really ever see this, but this kind of shows you how brainy Hero is.
God, he wants it.
Yeah. The DT still might be a threat anyways. So he's going to walk this one in. There's another in the main. He's going to go for the tanks. Now, the idea here is that they're just going to run out of scans here. So you're trying to be ready to basically run the moment that they scan.
Yeah. And I tell you, I guess, you know, when you think about it, if you kill a tank with a DT, it's paid for itself.
Yeah, already.
And then they also have to scan to get rid of it, too. And look at this guy. He's not getting just a tank taste. This is going to get a depot as well.
And he's just going to keep making DTs here. All right, so does not manage to save that one. Big pickup here. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't kill that DT.
No.
So this is kind of a impulsive move, I feel like, to just kind of pick up and go for it. But I think he doesn't have much to work with right now. Now there are Stalkers. They're a little bit too close to the edge here.
Well, he doesn't have Blink, I think, he literally just wants it to turn around.
Yeah.
Because if those unloaded, like, they would wreck his army right there. Oh my God, this is the barracks that was hurt earlier, and he repaired it, but not all the way, and now it dies.
This is
That's
some real
crazy.
closure. Picks it back up, gets back out.
Did you say this is some real closure?
There's some real closure in this stuff. I was bugging him the whole game. He didn't get to kill that barracks.
I'm so glad that you keep it fresh, Tasteless.
Thank you.
That's some real closure right there. He had put a lot of damage on that earlier, man, and like, it was bugging him.
He had talked to his therapist about that a lot. It was an
Yeah.
unresolved issue in his life. Oh, the War Prism almost gets hit. Now we've got charge lots out here, which makes the Stutter Step Micro not really a thing you can do.
Nice split, by the way. Very, very well done. SCVs being pulled. All right, here we go. Bunny is going for a kill.
And so this is an all-in. SCV's pulled. It's going to be up to Hero to try to hold this. The Archon's going to be very handy, but it's actually isolated from the rest, which means it didn't even get a shot off here.
No, but a decent amount of the army has run away from it. Now, a couple mines burrow, and they do get some shots off there.
Oh, hold on. He might actually break up here.
Well, the overcharge is just amazing. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
My God. Great micro as well, picking up that sentry there. Some great juggling going down. The forest fields being very helpful as well. And it looks like Hero's just going to hold it. Right?
I mean,
he's got two immortals and a
basically
prism.
over.
There's no way that you break this now with Hero's micro. I don't think so.
No, I think he's going to be
But
fine.
honestly, like a lesser micro Protoss, like that could have killed. Hero has and has always had one of the best micromanagements in.
Yeah, his
Protoss.
control is
It's always been one of the
on
best.
some days I think the best in the whole country.
Yeah.
So he's continuing to pursue this.
Oh,
Drops the Immortal.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the Prism's gone. But is that going to be enough to actually break through
no,
here?
it's too little too late.
I think so.
And I don't think there's any real road to recovery here for Bunny either. Bunny didn't get a third base. It certainly doesn't have a gold base to try to match the income.
But he has more boys.
He's got the boys, and they're pulled.
Oh, God. He just, he's really going for broke now, man. He has nothing mining.
Yeah. His income is literally 0 right now.
Okay, it looks like he is going to knock down this pylon. Oh, my God. That pylon was powering so much.
Oh!
Oh!
It's like for just a second, the Stalker gained extra range,
Yeah.
killed it, and went back.
That was his one home run hit of
That's
the year.
right, yeah. All right, well, we should be seeing GG here. There's no way to overpower the Protoss. It was almost a comeback, though, from Bunny, but ultimately, and by the way, one of the more fun games we've casted here all year. I mean, this was such a kind of crazy start to all this.
And honestly, close, too. These final battles,
GG.
I think Bunny would have killed a lot of Protoss pros. And Hero, because Bunny's micro was very good, too. He executed the attacks very, very well. But Hero's micro was just absolute top tier.
Great game. A lot of fun. Again, they both proxied each other. And, we don't have that many games where both sides are doing it. It's common for one player to do it, but you end up in a pretty chaotic one when you're both cheesing each other out. A graceful recovery there from Hero. I think, although there were a lot of really fun, cool interactions, I think the real smart, big brain move was to just take the gold base.
Yeah.
And then the DTs helped out a lot. Basically, the DTs did enough damage that Bunny said, I want out of this game.
Yeah,
I'm going to basically YOLO my way into game 2.
It's the best time to do it. When
Yeah.
someone has bought DTs, like 3-4 DTs, that takes a big hole out of anything else that they could have. It costs a lot of money to get that.
Yeah, and that was going to snowball with more and more DT damage if he didn't do something. He'd already lost too much. A flustered Bunny now goes into game 2. We're moving to the map, Berlingrad. Right now, Hero with a 1-0 lead versus Bunny. Again, guys, the winner goes on to the GSL Code S Finals. Oh, there's already a probe on the map.
Of course, there's already a probe on the map. Tasteless. My God. You'd think this guy's never seen a game of StarCraft 2 with Hero in it.
Wow. All right, so what does he want to do exactly?
Like, you even play Protoss. You know. Come on here. It's not like this is a Zerg player, Tasteless, that has the potential of killing him in the late game.
Oh my God, I'm crying. Well, did he just send this out to basically scout?
Yeah,
Just
dude.
say, you're not proxying me, right? Okay, good.
Yeah, he's going to harass all of him. But listen, Tasteless, it's not that he's not going to cheese, because he is.
Yeah.
Okay? This is Hero. This is a match that's very important. He's a Protoss player.
Yeah.
I mean, put this all together. Look at this. Double gas at home.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. You think he's just thinking about getting up to 3 Colossus and going
No.
Storm? Oh, no,
No.
he's not.
He's never heard of mid-game before. So here's the proxied pylon. So basically, Hero didn't do a kind of all-in rush, but he did want to confirm he wasn't getting proxied here, and he is setting up for some real aggression.
Said he hasn't heard of mid-game before. He's like, isn't that when you take the gold base?
Yeah, he's like mid-game. So this is going to be interesting. Nothing fancy from Bunny, not bad or anything. Just it looks like a pretty textbook opener.
Command center on the main base is really, really good for Bunny.
Yep. Definitely went the conservative route, and I think it's a smart move.
Proxy Stargate.
Stargate.
Okay, so what type of proxy Stargate is this? Is it Oracle or is it Void Ray?
I think it's Void Ray.
You do?
Yeah.
Ooh, I hope that it's Void Ray, but I think it's Oracle.
Think so?
Yeah.
One base. I feel like if it's Oracle, then he's just going to go try to get harassed on, and then it won't have. I mean, you either got to expand or you got to go start killing them right away, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be harassment and Nexus.
Okay.
I mean, I want it to be Void Ray so badly. So badly tasteless.
Well, let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But, you know, as you say,
it's just
that
the placement
Oracle
of it.
does kind of make sense.
It's a little bit far away for Void.
Yeah, if it was Void Ray, maybe you'd want it, like, right up by the main so you can kind of snowball it.
And
Let's
there's
say Oracle.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He is cowardly.
I know.
This should have been Void Ray.
boring. So, obviously, the Reaper isn't very useful in a position like this. He is able to take out these SCVs. And again, you know, that Zealot, that can tank a lot of Reaper shots before it goes down. He does drop it. Not the end of the world, but you would have liked to have pulled that away and kept it around for a little bit longer.
Here comes the Oracle. The Adept kept eyes on where this this mine is, so that's actually very helpful. Now the Oracle going to be able to jump in here and get some kills, immediately sniping down the SCVs that have already taken damage from the Adept. His strategy really come together very nicely. Look at this. Look at how many kills he's getting! Oh my god!
And it's not even taking hull damage. I mean, that's pretty insane. 7 kills.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Hero's entire pressure here has really come together beautifully. Like, the amount of damage he put on the SCVs and everything, he kept track of where everything was, and the Oracle flies in and just smashes. Look at this. He's up 9 workers as he takes his natural. 9.
I gotta say, man, the way this is looking, I almost feel like we're halfway through this best of 5.
It could
you know what I
be.
mean? Like, I feel like he's going to probably win this game, and then he might just close this next one out, and it's like, all right, moving on. So.
Look at this. Every little bit of damage he can get.
Yeah. Well, this is, you know, it's kind of incredible seeing how well Hero's playing. He's always sort of played like this, but this is, like, as scary as you can get with Protoss. He's in your face the whole time.
Yeah.
Any bit of damage, even if it's like, you know, he's going to try to take, you know, a barracks down to like just 80% of its HP, he'll go get that if he sees he can do it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's like something you don't expect. Like, imagine, you know, that battle was so close when Bunny pulled the boys. Imagine if he had 6 more Marines, Tasteless.
Yeah. No,
I mean, could have gone in the other direction very quickly if that barracks hadn't died. It's wild because Hero does so many smaller things to gain these advantages.
Right.
And sometimes they stack up real quick like we just saw with the Oracles, and sometimes they stack up a little bit later like we saw with the barrack skill. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, what a difference.
Yeah. Third Nexus, pretty quick. It's pretty normal for tempo in the matchup. Going for Blink now. But yeah, I mean, Bunny kind of was limping into his second base at this point in time. He had already taken such a beating.
And he's even getting Magfield here for the Cyclones, which, I mean, I'm not going to fault him for that. I think that's fine. He's like playing against multiple Oracles and everything. He feels like this is going to be a strong defensive play. Maybe he can utilize them on the offense as well. I like this. He's going hunting for Oracles now, or anything that he can get. But the problem is that it's 3 Nexus. Ooh, that was nice. It's 3 Nexus with Blink. So, like, Cyclones just don't fare that well against Blink, right? But here comes the push.
Okay, so this is it, man. This does seem like a pretty good time to try to attack in here as the third base is finishing. The Oracles are not going to be used to try to help defend. Instead, they're going to try to counter.
Yeah, maybe they kill units that are coming up for reinforcements or something. Hero doesn't have quite enough right now. He might lose the Nexus. Ooh, not a bad idea.
Nothing's triggered this yet. Does he know?
He knows.
Okay. Wow. He knew exactly where that was.
He's like, what are those doing? What are those doing? I don't have any SCVs right there to kill. Okay, gets the shield battery up.
Stalker's coming down now.
Yeah, throwing down this many stasis wards as well, like, so strong. Look at that. Just takes it out of commission for a little bit. Blinks forward on top of this siege tank. And look, the Bioforce wants to come forward, but everything's just going to get frozen. Absolute madness. This is crazy.
Dude, he's going to get stim?
He's getting everything.
Oh, my God. He's in everywhere, man.
Oh, my God.
He's in all things. The water, the air.
Dude, like, I know that they say that we're, like, made out of stardust or whatever, but
Yeah.
Hero, like, really seriously is.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Like, the Big Bang happened, and there were, like, particles that were earmarked for him and also some of the biggest stars ever.
Yes. By the way, he didn't actually get the deny on the stim. That's important to note.
Oh.
He started doing damage. Bunny was very good at coming back and just getting the repair off, and so he did save that, which is good, because I think if he had killed off Stim, I don't think there's any way for...
Oh, I was not even looking at the screen anymore when that was almost dead. Oh, he just goes back
my
and gets
God.
it.
He's
And
like,
look,
watch me now,
dude,
tasteless.
Stasis wards in the main base.
Dude.
God.
He's getting every add-on.
This is getting hilarious. Yeah,
So
some
I
of
was
the
gonna
stalkers
say-
walk up the ramp and just die. He's like, I don't care.
I mean, Terran's basically impotent in the mid-game. If they lose Stim, like, you just can't really take fights.
Yeah.
There's going to be too much there. You can't move quickly.
He's got his fourth
know?
Nexus halfway done, man.
Yeah.
And here Bunny is making add-ons.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. We're 8.5 minutes in. He's taking his fourth base, and Bunny's just, like, trying to get add-ons.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
He's
like,
trying to get his infrastructure back
yeah.
so that he can spend what is going to be half of what Hero's already raking in right now.
Oh, what a rough situation.
Okay, he backs up a little bit here.
Hero
Yeah, I
is
mean-
like...
This
I feel inspired watching him. He's like showing us what's possible.
Well,
you
it's
know?
so funny. It's so different from the very, I would say, stale way that PvT has been played before, where it's like they're sitting back and making immortals
Dude,
and like
Trap would have Colossus right now with a prism outside
Yeah,
of Bunny's base.
yeah. They're just like, you know,
What,
wait.
how boring.
They're like, I just got to keep holding off his Widow Mine drops, and then I'll go win the game. And
Yeah.
it's like, meanwhile, in this game, Hero's like everywhere, doing all things at once. Now, I think Hero is actually looking for a fight. I don't know if Bunny's going to give it to him.
Yeah,
What happened here? There's like a stasis ward? What?
Yeah, yeah, Stasis Ward's in the main base.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was
Oh,
there.
yeah,
I
man,
was
he did
actually-
everything. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God.
And he
I don't
charges
think
in.
Bunny's looking.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He's looking in the main base, man.
Yeah, I think he just now realizes.
Oh, and he's losing everything, too. Look at this. A huge
Dude, he's
warp
going
in
to
the
tap
main.
out. There's no way, man. He's just getting completely murdered here.
Yeah, he really is.
Look at how quick the SCV death count is going up here. He's already lost 24. That was in a matter of seconds.
It's astounding watching Hero here. Look at this. He's got double disruptor coming out. He's continuing upgrades. He's like, you know what? I need another Nexus. Not enough bases. Bunny does this little drop. He just like warps home and kills
Yeah.
it.
He's like, why would you do that? Watch this. He just blinks under it and kills it.
He's like, hey, Bunny, the travel time for my stalkers to walk across the map is 30 seconds. Get ready to type GG. It's
Oh my God. He just, goes right into a stasis trap. Dude, that was an absolute dumpstering.
No,
Dude, Bunny just got owned in that game.
He outdid him
that
in
was
every way.
actually crazy.
Yeah. Hero dictated the entire game.
Bunny got so wrecked. I mean, I'm actually like in shock to the point where the stasis catches the army that's trying to just all in from that, and Bunny just taps out. He's like, get me out of this game.
He was like the master puppeteer of this game.
Yeah.
He was making Bunny
Dude,
dance.
he
and
was Jigsaw.
Yeah.
He was making him do saw experiments. He's like, how much do you want to live?
But he's not going to let him live.
No, he doesn't live.
Does Jigsaw let them live?
I never finished all 6 of the Saw movies, but I bet he did it.
You don't
Jigsaw
think
was
so?
always hard to stop,
Why
wasn't
would they
he?
make 6 movies if he doesn't let them live at the end?
If he doesn't get reformed at the very, very end.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to go on a Nautilus for Game 3, and I hope this is not the last game, but it's definitely looking like it right now.
Well, it doesn't seem like anything can stop Hero tonight.
Yeah, Bunny looking very, very stressed out here. He
Well-
looks, honestly, he looks exhausted.
Well, after that game, I would be too.
Let me check my phone. How long have we been live? For 36 minutes, and we might be at the end of the series already.
Just so you know, 36 minutes, that is dark for Maru Game 2.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be mining out the last 2 bases in that game, but for this, we're just moving along here. And keep in mind, like, Maru definitely a person who could be in the finals. I would love to see what he's got against Hero here. I mean,
If I was Maru, I would just go home right now. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I don't need any part of that, Protoss.
all right, guys, Game 3 has loaded up. Let's go to Nautilus 2. see if Bunny can come back or Hero just closes this one out.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Hero. Team NV, Bunny.
So one thing to note on this map, you wouldn't think it if you just if you don't follow our show very carefully. It's a 4-player map. They're in spawns that make it look like it's just another one-on-one map. Hey, thanks for coming down, guys, from LA. Taste coin bag holder, excellent. Welcome, guys. This map, you can both be sharing the bottom or both be sharing the right and left side. So there's a couple other strategies that can be used that you don't normally have in one-on-one maps. Now, as it turns out, they're both actually very far away from each other. Go Hero. Support for Hero here.
Yeah, a lot of people really hope that a Protoss player can win.
Yeah. Right now for Protoss, it's basically like, for pro gamers with Protoss in Korea, it's like basically been the campaign.
Yeah.
Like, just, you know, Protoss in the story mode were just always getting owned, and they're just, like, running away and getting defeated.
They just don't even have ire anymore.
Yeah, they like, lose their home planet.
Like, Rogue and Dark just have carved up all the Protoss homeworlds.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes they can fight Maru Mansk or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
that's so funny.
But that's about it.
Yeah, and so, like, we're hoping that Hero could, like, come back. I mean, I feel like this, we're almost through the series.
So
we'll see. Bunny could come back, though. Let's be...
I gotta go back to, you were trying to describe the map and how it's a 4-player map.
Oh, right.
And I gotta throw this out there. It's cross-spawn Nexus first, okay? Which is the most hellish thing in StarCraft 1. StarCraft 2, a little bit tough too. But cross-spawn already is very hard for Terran on this map because it just takes too long to attack. Like, anytime you're trying to keep pressure on, Protoss has that extra time to get those extra units to hold. So anytime that a Terran sees that it's cross-spawn, they're like, oh, crap. Like, they really want it to be a bit closer. So that, coupled with the fact that he just immediately went Nexus and, like, his build is going forward at the speed of light, and the way the first 2 games looked, I don't know if Bunny is going to have much morale left.
Well, I think that, you know, Hero did a bit of a roll of the dice here, and he rolled 7s. Cross-spawn Nexus first. And, you know, there is an art to playing a best of 5. Like, right now, Hero's up 2-0. He's basically opened up with, like, a risky build. It's like a gamble, really.
Yeah. There's an art to the gamble.
No, there really is, though.
You sound like my uncle talking about horse betting, man. This is the Protoss way. They're pretty sure that what they're doing is art.
I'm basically Artos's uncle at a roulette table. No, I mean, you know, the fact that he's so ahead, he can take a risk. If he loses, he's got 2 more games to recover. But if the risk pays off, it's like, oh my God. It wasn't like you were down 0-2 and tried this.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
I mean, I really like it.
It's not that much regret for something like that.
No.
And it gives you, I mean, the huge reward here. Like, he's taking his 3rd Nexus as the natural lands. His 3rd Nexus starts. That's pretty crazy.
So, the Medevac's going to come out here with a Widow Mine drop. Are there stalkers actually in place at the natural?
I'm not sure where they're standing right now.
Okay, so that's a very desirable target there. Naked expansion.
Yeah, Hero's up 9 workers at the moment, so any worker damage that Bunny can get done is going to be really good. That is a good central location for the Stalkers.
Oh my God.
No! You are crazy!
Dude! The hubris.
I know.
To turn his probes on that. That is insane.
It's almost like, there's an art to that, Tasteless. Like, okay, Hero. You almost just lost 20 probes. Oh, my God.
He's like the only player that would actually do that.
Dude, he surrounded and he was like, oh, wait, maybe this is not a good idea. And he tried to run. Imagine not knowing and you do that. It's like
when you see a move like that, it's like you have to have already been pre-programmed that that's your reaction, and then when he does it, he's like, "Oh, this might not work out." Actually,
imagine you grow up and you lived in the woods your whole life, and finally you go to the big city and like a car is coming. You're like, I could probably be hit by a car. It's fine. Like when a deer runs into me, I don't die. Like,
oh, the medevac.
Oh.
So this was an empty medevac, by the way. Hero already on 3 bases.
That medevac is where he's holding all of his hopes and dreams of winning this series.
Dude, here we go.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no. It's a bad sign.
It is a bad sign.
It's a bad omen there. So third command center started. The Protoss is growing out of control right now.
Yeah, he's adding so many gates at the moment. He's getting his prism out. Yeah, nice little catch there.
Okay, so it looks like he's going to push. I don't see SCVs pulled, so this is not necessarily an all-in.
I think there's literally 0% chance he can push. Like,
yeah, I agree. I don't think
cross spawn and like the way the build order's opened here, I think the only thing he can do is continue to macro well and expand. Like he's got to get his supply to top out a bit more because, you know, again, when it's cross spawn like this on this map, it's such a long walk. Even with that speed boost in the center, Protoss just has so many more units than you're used to when you get there.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, with the faster Nexus, it's even worse.
Well, he's going to go for it. One thing I want to point out, I feel like we don't actually mention this very much, but it's easy to forget if you just watch a lot of StarCraft versus like grinding and ladder games and stuff. It's like it can be hard for both races to keep track of each other in this matchup. You know,
I think especially on this map.
Yeah, exactly, especially on this map. So it's also possible that Bunny could like push out and just like be in a position where the other side wasn't ready. Everybody's played a game where like suddenly there's an army and you just like you weren't ready for that. Now they're set up really well.
Yeah.
And so we want to watch for that here too. This is a huge map. By the way, War Prism goes down. Little victory there for
Good
Bunny.
catch, yeah. But look at what Hero's doing at home, man. He's adding a bunch more gates. So he's going up to like 10 gates, 2 Robos, Disruptor Tech or Colossus Tech, whatever it is that he wants. He's got his Forge going. He has Templar Archives already. It's a very dire situation here for Bunny. His
he's all in.
On the line.
He's all in, man.
That's a good choice. I like it.
All right, this actually might overpower Hero. Let's take a look at how he handles this.
He has a lot of energy on these sentries. He can buy a lot of time.
Yeah, but it's a very wide area to try to force field stuff off.
That's true. Ooh, good feedbacks.
Nice. Yeah, it negates anything the Raven could have done. This actually might be enough. I don't think the Hero can hold this.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he is going to get broken here. The overcharge is gone. He did get to target that down. He actually kills a fair amount. Double Disruptor, but one of these Robos is at the third base, so that can't live. If those were like both in the main, I think he could have probably given this up more quickly and had a better chance. But definitely this base is going down. Don't forget, we had a... Oh my god, those mines were insane.
The mines literally could not have done more damage there.
Yeah.
He gets both tanks. He's going to have to pull back, though. Oh, nice scoop with the Archon.
Yeah, Bunny did lose a lot of SCVs trying this, so if there's some way to whittle him down, which I don't think that there is...
Well, I mean, I don't see a lot of enforcements moving across the map, do you?
No,
I see something in the middle, but, you know...
Maybe he
oh, my
missed
God!
his
The Disruptor! Oh, my God!
That's going to be it. All right. Bunny taking a terrible situation, just doing like a very powerful all-in, and it seems like he is going to end up killing him.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I thought I just saw a giant stasis war going on with the SCVs just sitting there like that. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Some great micro. Like, you can see how focused he is right now on this micro, just trying to gain every little thing he can. Oh. Disruptor just not having a chance there.
What is with these Marauder shots? You see this?
Yeah, man. They arc up over there. It can't hit flying units, though.
Thing is, the worker count's fairly even. If he could just like kind of pull it together here. He's got 2 Archons out here. He's trying to juggle them as best he can.
You know, even if Hero killed this entire army, the 3 command centers, I think, is probably slightly better than what's going on here. Well, I guess he hasn't technically killed this Nexus yet, so maybe that wouldn't be the case, but...
Well, it's... You know, it's kind of crazy is like he's just barely doing this. The medevacs are actually out of energy for the most part, so like the damage is becoming permanent.
Okay, that one Archon trying to get away here with almost no health left over. Like you said, no real energy here either. There's no mining going on, though.
GG. Bunny wins.
Wow.
Wow, dude, that was another great game.
Hey,
this series rules.
That's impressive. Yeah, this is a great series, but that is very impressive because Hero got such a good opener, and it's a tough map. But, you know, Bunny, he pulled the boys. He nailed it. He did some great micro. I think that Hero maybe overcommitted at the third base. Like, I'm not... It seemed pretty obvious. Like you were saying as he was moving across the map and you were just looking at the unit sizes, like what they both had, that Bunny should be able to overpower. And he did. Like, obvious.
Yeah, that's why we're going to game 4.
Hero did better than I thought he would there, but it was pretty clear, right? So I don't know. I feel like he should have tried to pull back into a choke somewhere and like maybe use some forest fields. Or maybe he feels like if he loses the third, he's too far behind. I'm not entirely sure on that.
All right, guys, we're going to go to a short break. We come back. Hero vs. Bunny continues on. Stick around.
Cold-blooded, full of honor and love. Battle scars on my stripes, on my flesh and blood. When it's war, I'm ready. Sharp and I'm steady. Iron sharpens iron and I'm deadly. A gladiator. Anyway, job bet it. I'm a slaughter. I'm ready for danger like a martyr. Paint the art of war with my sword like an Arthur. Yeah, war stories full of sacrifice and honor. I got my sword and shield, but you never see me yield. 'Cause heroes aren't born to kneel. I'm a warrior. I wasn't born to quit. I'm a warrior. I was built for this. Yeah, Call of Duty when it's time for war. No retreat, but no remorse. Built for the battle, so I bear my arms. Ready in the field for whenever they come. Where you stand your ground, never back down. A Purple Heart soldier, and go the extra mile. Leave no man behind and take pride for the freedoms that you fight for. And we'll die like a warrior. I wasn't born to quit. I'm a warrior. I was built for this, yeah. I'm a warrior. I got a heart of stone. Yeah. Bad to the bone. I'm a warrior. Yeah. I've got my sword and shield. You'll never see me yield. Never. 'Cause heroes aren't born to kneel. You wasn't born to. Nah. You know I was born to do? Yeah. I'm a warrior. I wasn't born to quit. Never. I was built for it. Yeah. I'm a warrior. Yeah, I'm too cold. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a warrior.
Today's matchup. Hero. Bunny. Semi-finals. Match 1.
Last one standing, never walk away. Lock me
Africa TV,
down,
Free Cup
break me
Studios,
chains,
live.
watch me rising up.
2022 GSL Season 2.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready
Welcome back, everybody.
Are you ready for
we're going to go into game 4. Bunny just barely eked out that win, overpowering Hero. But overall, I mean, Hero looking very, very scary here. Let's also mention that that is the second game that Bunny went for an all-in with, pulling his SCVs to try and overpower him. Game 2 backfired pretty horribly. Or was that game 1?
Game 1
Thank you.
was,
Sorry, yeah.
was the boys' pull. But, I mean, I think he did a decent job in game 1 considering. Honestly, I think that Bunny's making very good decisions, but this is very tough. Hero is putting him in terrible spots. Hero's playing like a monster.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, obviously Bunny had that killer instinct in set 3 and was able to take it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is Bunny is not playing poorly. Just Hero's in monster mode.
No, Hero is absolutely in monster mode. He's gonna monster punch him to the moon, Artosis.
Dude. That's what they say sometimes.
Yeah. Some poets have used that to try to describe things that
Is he a
normal
king
mortals...
Tasos? Then he must die. Okay?
All right, guys, we're going to go to Hardwire for map 4. Hero looking to be in incredible shape, but Bunny is proving that he can fight back and find these exact timing windows and punish. This could be Bunny's road to recovery. If not, it's going to be Hero moving on to the finals.
I came for war.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Hero. Team NV. Bunny.
Got that probe Tasos doing his harassment.
Yeah. We're sending that probe out, basically getting to confirm that there's no hidden bases, or sorry, not hidden bases, hidden barracks.
So let me get this straight. Is Hero just going to make a Nexus?
Let's
That's what
see.
it looks like, man.
Well, I mean, he's
Is
banked
he
up
going to
enough
expand
money.
his economy?
Yeah, dude. He's going to do it right from what happened in the last one. Make Protoss great again. Well, Hero's doing it. Money. It's an excellent Marauder drawing. That's big is beautiful, Marauder, right there.
If you... I was going to say, if you put a microphone on that, I'm like, oh, it's Tasos. Look at that.
If it was just a beard on that Marauder, it'd be him right there. So...
Standard openings on both sides.
Yeah. We have that Nexus already being
Oh,
made
put
here.
it back up.
From Los Angeles. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would try and get him to bring the mustache back, too. It's, you know, the culprit here is actually Artos' wife doesn't like the mustache.
Yeah, she really does.
She did not like that. But honestly,
Maybe
I liked
I'll do it again,
Artos
man.
with a mustache. I respected you more, for sure, man. I don't know.
Yeah?
You were weirdly more
Tasos,
intimidating
here's
and cool.
the thing, man. I respect myself more, too, man. This is a real problem. My wife's such a bully. I just want a mustache.
Oh, man. So good to have you guys in the audience. I'm going to say this again because some people skip. If they watch the recordings, they skip anything that's not in-game. Guys, if you're going to buy tickets,
That's our
you gotta
best
buy
stuff. Why did they skip that?
I know, right? When this game isn't a distraction for us. So, guys, if you're going to come to the finals, you got to come. You got to get your tickets tomorrow. The sales start at 5 p.m. There's information that's on our breaks, so you can see the website there. Apparently, the website is in English, and it's good. But you need to buy them, and they fill up pretty fast, and you cannot get in if you don't have a ticket. And I'm saying it's because, you know, the country's opened up again. We have people traveling here. If you don't have a ticket, we can't let you in. It's sad. Some people come all the way across the world to see this, and they're stuck outside.
Yeah, it's a sad thing, and it does happen sometimes.
Yeah. So, just a little reminder for everybody.
Yeah. So, guys, definitely buy those tickets. We want you all here.
Yeah.
Like, there's been, as the country's been opening back up, every day we've had more and more non-Korean fans down here watching, enjoying. Very happy to have you guys back. And yeah, please come down to the finals because the Sangam Afrika TV Coliseum is actually super awesome.
It's a really good venue.
It's really epic. It's like
It's
the
one of the-
tiered seating and stuff, and like takes us higher up in the sky casting as it should be.
Yeah, if you get close to the stage, you can be in the splash section where we'll end up spitting on you while we cast. It's very cool. But yeah, definitely, you know, come down, but make sure you get a ticket.
Ooh, look at that
dude!
block.
Look at that probe. Nice move there.
Yeah.
Hero just very, you know, it's all these like very subtle moments in the game where I'm like, man, he's really on, you know, in control of everything.
Yeah,
here.
he is. Blink is going to be finishing up. Prism is on the way here as well. He just grabbed a couple more gas also. I imagine that we're going to see that continued tech probably into Colossi from here.
Okay,
Stalker's not able to find that medevac. Certainly that's what they were looking for. He saw it fly out. It comes towards the main.
All right.
Oh,
my God! He's gonna get the what mine?
No, surrounded with your probes.
Oh, I didn't even see the second mine the bro down
Yeah,
there. I
yeah,
almost
yeah.
missed that. Oh,
Very nice, very nice. That was a good block. That was really solid block.
that could not have gone better. So it's a funny thing, you know. It's easy to like put stalkers right at the edge of your map, but then they'll see it and they'll run away. But it's even better if you put them far enough in, and then right when they think that there's nothing in there, you blink in because then they can't pull back out.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was a pretty masterful shutdown of the Widow Mine drop, and this is going to give Hero a lot more freedom on the map, and so. You know, it's going to switch here. It's going to the action's going to be seesawing over to Bunny's side of the map.
And it looks like Colossus Tech coming up. Forge is here, blinks forward to kill this bunker immediately. Siege Tank is on the high ground here. Wow, that Adept actually really slowed everything coming down the ramp. I don't know if that was intentional, but definitely helped a little bit. Picking off quite a few Marines. Backs up now.
He's just going to loop right back up into the main. He should be able to avoid tank range, I think. Yeah, so he could basically come around here. Now, this is actually pretty important because if he can like start to kill SCVs in the back here where they're mining gas, it goes to show you actually how much you can abuse this position on this map. Like, the main is so big.
Yeah. And this is just such a great move anyways. I mean, this is a big part of why you go for these Blink Stalker Prism openers. Now, 4 Stalkers going to fly back in for some harassment.
That was a funny blink. What was the rationale with that? I think he might have misclicked there, actually.
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been. Look at this. Comes back in the front as well. Just the harassment is endless, man.
Yeah, and you know, it's easy to dismiss things like just getting a depot kill, but this stuff really starts to add up here. All right, Stim's almost done. That's usually when it's a little bit harder for the Protoss to be so abusive here. But like, dude, he's like not able to mine in his main. Worker count right now 49 to 44. But it's continuing to get lower. I mean, he's getting kill after kill after kill. 5 more gates coming. Colossus on the way. Charge coming. You know, dude, this may be another game where Terran just wants to all in again. Hero's already just got...
Ooh,
he's done such a beating here.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, but it feels like this time, more than the other times, it's not going to work. Like, because it's Colossus
You mean
Tech,
the all-in's not going to work?
Yeah. Colossus Tech is just so good at holding some of these boys all-ins, right? Because, like, the Colossi just... That splash damage is perfect for wrecking SCVs.
Oh, my God. I almost choked on my water seeing that War Prism almost get shot down. He's going to try to trap it. Is he? No, he's going to just go around. I kind of can't believe he just didn't go to the edge of the map. That's where you send it.
I know, right?
When you're like just trying to be safe and get out.
He's cutting corners everywhere, even places he doesn't need to.
Okay, the observer got shot down. Protoss needs to have some kind of point man out there to know when the attack's coming. You need to basically monitor the Terran. If you can let a Terran walk all the way across the map and siege up, you're going to be in trouble.
That's for sure.
So
but
he's just hallucinating Phoenixes.
The army that Hero's going for right here, like he's going for, this is a very standard macro game out of him, right? He's played a lot of very aggressive games, but this one, he's playing probably the thing that you would practice against most as a Terran player. And like, he's already getting into disruptors. He has 3 Colossi, he has some sentries, he has Blink. This is looking fantastic. He's going to the second forge. I mean, look at this. He scans and sees that. that's hard to attack into. I think we're just going to go to a big game.
It's interesting to see Hero kind of build in the Colossus this time around, because that really does make it so that he can't be all in. And I think he's just going to kind of, skate through here into the late game. We're going to see what kind of late game he's going to have to offer here. The final tech piece is coming in now. We've got disruptors coming out in pairs.
Yeah, Prism Speed going to be coming up. Double Forge is a roll-in. And we'll get to see how Bunny wants to play this as well, right? There's a lot of different approaches you can take. More recently, I feel like we've seen a lot of Terrans going very, very biocentric late game, but having masterful engagements. Once upon a time, you just, like 100% would have to go like for a lot of Liberators or a lot of Siege tanks, something like that.
Yeah.
But Terran players have gotten so good at engagements that it feels like maybe that's not the way that you have to go for it.
Yeah, you might be right about that, Artos.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure as of yet, because obviously Protoss are going to grow from the quality of engagements that Terrans are giving them. But yeah, we'll see. Now, a little warp in here in the main base. Doing some decent damage, gets a few SCVs here and there. Buying some time as well, as he gets that fourth base really going.
And the push is going to come in here. You might want to be careful when you have the tanks kind of clustered up like that. Now, is the natural actually protected? Oh yeah, I guess there's a tank up there too. Okay. Sometimes you can have it where you just hit where the army's not, and the tanks have to unsiege, and then you can engage that army that way. Big drop headed over here. We don't know what's going to be there to defend. Oh man, this is an unfortunate place for that command center. That's going to be canceled. That means the fourth base is going to be later.
That is painful, yeah. And here we go. He's going to go ahead and, well, double disruptor. It does bust the tank. I was almost going to say something bad about it, but the tank was siege there. So he does get that kill. Very nice. 7 disruptors are out right now. Not that big of a gateway army, though. So he does have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, it looks like he saw that drop coming back there and decided he needed to pull this, over here and make sure he doesn't take too much damage on his side of the map. Although, honestly, this drop did a lot less than I thought it was going to do.
Pulling forward here as this all its charge. Again, not a big gateway army there. You do have to be a little bit careful while you rebuild those numbers. The robo units obviously give like a lot of power to the Protoss army, but you can't have like only disruptor, right? What are you going to do with 50 disruptors against a Banshee and a floating building Tasis? Nothing. That's what.
So he's going to come back up here again. I do want to point out, it's like the Protoss has gotten a little bit out of control. This, expansion balance almost looks like it's a StarCraft 1 PvT. Protoss get a lot more bases than Terran in that matchup, and oh my god, I think he might just be able to clobber Bunny here.
Well, Bunny takes out, a lot of the disruptors there. And falls back to his siege tanks for now. Some SCVs start to get pulled.
But this is a big difference in supply here, 166 to 133. Like, I'm worried that he can just kind of, crank out a couple more zealots and basically just keep doing this until there's not going to be much left.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Another tank's going to fall. I think there's only 2 more tanks that are in the game right now, and they're going down. Dude, Bunny's dead.
Yeah.
Hero just won this game, I think.
Won this game.
Oh my god, even backs up against the medevacs.
Oh, a nice little flank comes in. Throws out another disruptor. Good splitting there from Bunny, but not enough.
Wow, okay. Hero does it. He's in the GSL Code S Finals.
Big deal for him. That's his first Code S Finals.
Yeah, dude.
And, I mean, he looked unbelievably strong against Bunny here tonight. Just so strong.
Yeah, the only game that Bunny won was like an all-in that barely overpowered Hero.
Yeah.
I mean, it even went on for like several minutes where they were kind of fighting, and Hero just looking to be in top form. These guys good buddies in real life as well.
Yeah.
And Bunny obviously disappointed, but I mean, what are you going to do, man? Hero is clearly the better player.
Yeah, well, Hero is certainly looking like the best Protoss in the world right now. We are going to have a little interview with him, see how he's feeling getting to that GSL Code S Finals. Wow.
Yeah, we're going to have that interview now. Let's see how he's feeling. He has made it into the finals, and who knows, we may actually, after 5 years, have a GSL Protoss champion.
Yeah, and this is the first player in over 5 years to make it to the finals that has come out of the military.
That's right, he's post-military.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
He can do all the gaming stuff he wants now. So yeah, congratulations to Hero. Let's hear his thoughts. Then we'll take a break, and then we're going to go on to our next best of 5 and see who Hero's facing in the GSL Code S Finals.
In the first match of the round of 4, Hero defeats Bunny and he moves on to his first GSL Finals. Congratulations. Thank you. Wow, Hero, sincere congratulations. So ever since your debut in 2013, this is your first time moving on to the GSL Finals. How do you feel? Well, like I said before in the interview, I didn't have much expectation coming in. Like I should be rejoicing right now, but you know, right now, I feel pretty indifferent right now. I mean, like the score, it was quite dominant in your favor. So I cannot comprehend why you think you're not confident coming into this round of 4. I feel like these kind of plays where I try to take the initiative, these kind of plays shine more on stage than in practice. So Hero, a player who got discharged from the military service, moving on to the finals. The last time that happened was in 2011, so just like 11 years later happening again. So how do you feel? Honestly speaking, I had a feeling if I just get over the 2-3 weeks, I should be able to adapt to the meta, but that wasn't really the case for me. It took me a long time to adapt. So Hero, we can definitely tell that you practiced really hard to make it here. Alright, let's talk about the game. So you blocked the cheese rush of bunnies in the first game. I mean, the first game worked out really well for me, so I had a feeling I might be able to win. So in Berlingrad, you went for the poke with the Zealot and the Stalkers, and then you went for the Oracle to harass again, and that really gave you a big lead in that game. So Hero, was this game kind of like meant for like a mind game? I mean, I haven't thought of all the builds before coming here. So I try to just improvise and try to just use a build that I want to play, and that's what I played in the second game, and then really worked out well against Bunny. Alright, let's talk about your first GSL Finals. Your opponent in the finals will be either Maru or Dark, and you have a lot to avenge against those two players. So if you had to choose one out of the two, who'd you choose? I mean, I want to play against the Zerg, but recently I played against Dark in DreamHack Valencia, and you know, Dark is on a different level. So I don't really care who makes to the finals. They're equally hard to play against. The Hero, this is your Premier League finals in 7 years. So right now, who do you want to share this happiness with? Well, first of all, I want to thank my wife for coming here to the venue to support me and my family. And also, practice was really hard and preparation was really hard for this season. I want to thank Time, Byeon. I can't recall the other players right now. Also, Cure. I almost forgot my teammate name. So I practiced with these three, Time, Byeon, and Cure. They helped me every day, and thanks to them, I was able to make it to the finals. So here, again, congratulations on making the finals. So before your final match next week, anything else you want to say to the viewers and fans? I mean, the finals, I haven't been able to reach it for such a long time. So thank you to the fans for supporting me for all these years.
정말 멋있는 경기.
In the finals, I'll try to deliver a good performance and try to make you guys proud.
알겠습니다. 다시 한번 결승
Once again, Hero,
축하드립니다.
congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Excellent work
네,
as
지금까지
always.
첫 번째 결승
Guys,
진출자
we got a
김준호
little
선수
break coming up here,
만나봤습니다.
but when we
다음
come back,
경기는요, 김준호
it's going to be a
선수의
really
승리를
exciting
가진
TVC
상황에서
cap.
이 경기
The best you could hope for.
Yeah, I mean, this could have easily been a GSL finals if the bracket been differently. And we're going to go to Dark vs. Maru after this break, guys. Sit tight.
I could do this in my sleep, and I'm all fired up. I'm all fired up. No, it ain't about belief. It was always in my reach. I'm on my way up, on my way up. I said, do not mess with me now. I'm undefeated. I'm not leaving. I'm up on top. You hear me say, do not mess with me now. I'm always waiting. I'm unbeatable. I won't stop, but I don't break under pressure. 'Cause you get I won't stop, 'cause you get won't back off the pressure. We won't stop. We won't stop. We won't stop. GPS, the destination was long. If you thinking I'm wrong, be my guest. I could lead the way. Kept my hoodie close, cause they warned me about the rainy days. Had to make it through the storm, bring color to the gray, the bright way. UV, the light rays, although the light change when it's dark. Hold it down, be a spark. Hold your ground, Rosa Parks till your day come. Money like mistakes, in your time you gon' make some. I don't know what y'all been told, but this is how it goes. We won't stop. We won't stop. We won't stop. We do anything forever, so menacing. We leaving nothing but we taking everything. No rhyme or reason, the season that we do not approach. To the death, nothing's left to all our rival foes. We ain't average, we ain't ordinary. My team savage, that's extraordinary. Got to beat you if we live with you an adversary. The word defeated don't exist in our vocabulary. I don't know what y'all been told, but this is how it goes. We won't stop.
Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. 상큼함 맥스, 칼로리 X, 맛있는 탐스 제로. 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로, 탐스 제로. 같이 떠나볼래?
질성사이다 제로 그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life 없어도 되는 건 빼고 질성사이다 제로
아침은 라떼, 홀리 점심은 라떼, 홀리 저녁은 라떼, 홀리 텀블러 그대 구하게 라떼 홀리. 달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타 라떼 홀리. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. 상큼함 맥스, 칼로리 X, 맛있는 탐스 제로. 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로, 탐스 제로. 같이 떠나볼래?
질성사이다 제로 그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life 없어도 되는 건 빼고 질성사이다 제로
아침은 라떼, 홀리 점심은 라떼, 홀리 저녁은 라떼, 홀리 텀블러 그대 구하게 라떼 홀리. 달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타 라떼 홀리.
형님들 아프리카에 승부 예측 생긴 거 아세요, 여러분들?
아니 e스포츠 여기 탭에 있잖아요, 여러분들. 아니 이게 새로 생겼더라.
저는 광동에 올인했어요.
아 진짜요?
네.
아 그럼 전 DRX에 올인.
모바일도 똑같이 아래 가운데 보면 e스포츠 있어요. 잼이라는 포인트가 있어요.
아프리카 내에서 쓸 수 있는 재화라고 생각하시면 돼요.
잼을 사은품으로 교환 가능하다고요?
이 잼으로 응모를 다 할 수 있어.
키보드는 벌써 나갔네.
아이폰 갤럭시 탭. 아 이게 200잼이야?
교환까지 할 수 있으니까 형님들 아프리카 승부 예측 많이 많이 사랑 부탁드립니다. 박수 한번 드려주세요.
Today's matchup. Dark. Maru. Semi-finals. Match 2. Africa TV. Freak Up Studio. Live. 2022 GSL Season 2.
See all those people out there, Artosis. All the gamers are here.
Dude, it's actually packed in here right
It's
now.
crazy.
This is like the old days.
When people are clapping, it's thunderous. Oh my God, I'm on camera. Sorry. They saw my knee. They saw my knee. No, you're yelling in my ear. No, I heard you say
Was
they
your
were going
knee
to
on
be
the
on camera.
camera?
I was. Yeah, it was. Look at that. Got to pay extra for that, man.
Like that was
People don't know I'm completely naked from the waist down. So we have just wrapped up our PVT. Hero is now in the finals.
That was a fun series.
It was really fun. It was actually one of the better best of fives we've had. This next one is going to be interesting. I mean, this is kind of a dream matchup. Maru versus Dark. I have no idea who comes out on top.
It's hard to say.
Something inside of me kind of says Dark. He's looking.
It's the creep.
It's the creep. It's the creep tumors. It's the Nidus networks.
You know Queens can block everything.
You know Queens are good anti-air units. They have amazing range. But who knows? Look at the plushies down there. Maybe it's going to be Dark versus Hero. Maybe that's what's happening.
Don't forget here, guys. Yeah, that would be cool too. But look at this on-site giveaway. We're giving away all this cool stuff. Season 2 final cards, Carbot plushies,
These
photo
are gonna
book.
these are collectibles,
heat-resistant
guys.
square cups. 20 of those. That's crazy. And look, on-site sales will not proceed. Okay.
Yeah.
This is like some Gandalf
Yeah,
stuff.
I like-
you
I
are
like the-
not going to proceed if you get there
Yeah.
without your ticket.
I like that we had like legal language for that part of the post here.
It's just
We could have just said we're not selling tickets on site, but
Yeah.
you know.
They will
By the way,
not
guys, participate in our cheer signs. Submit them
cheer
to
signs or fan arts for the final.
for the finalists. Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, yes.
You guys are
100%.
wondering. I want you to know that Artosis wrote all this out, so this is why.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love seeing the art that you guys send in. And so please do participate in that. We're going to go to that interview. Andy, go ahead.
So the two players battled it out against each other in DreamHack Valencia. And now they're facing each other again today. who will move on to the finals to play against Hero.
안녕하세요.
Hello. Hello.
자, 두 선수가 다시 만났습니다.
So the two players
박수가
clash
쏟아져
again,
나오는데요.
and
자,
a lot of,
먼저
and the
김명훈
audience is
선수. 일맥 우승부터
rejoiced
10강
to see these
전승의
two
2연속
play against each other.
그래, 정말 기세가
So
무섭습니다.
Dark, you
하는
managed to win the DreamHack Valencia. You managed to move on to round of 4. Two consecutive seasons. How do you feel? I'm pretty greedy for the finals right now.
상대가 조성주일 거라고 예상은 했지만
So Dark, you said that you expected Maru to be your opponent. So now that he's your opponent, how do you feel? I mean, of course, it was pretty obvious that Maru's gonna be my opponent.
역시나 좀 희망고문하다가 올라왔더라고요.
Yeah, I mean, he did become my opponent, so you know it's gonna be a tough match.
조성주 선수 GSL
So
최다
Maru.
4강의 최다 결승.
So you have made it to the most round of 4s, the most finals in GSL.
꽤 오랜만에
However, this round of 4 is one in a long time. So how do you feel right now?
되게 오랜만인 것 같아가지고.
I mean, yes, it does feel like I made it to the round of 4 after a long time.
기회가 주어지다 보니까.
So now that I'm given the opportunity to make it to the finals, I'm pretty happy.
아쉽다 하셨는데 연습 시간까지 부족하셨잖아요.
So Maru, you didn't have enough time to practice. So how did practice go?
정렬이 형이랑 하루에 한 바퀴씩만 했어요.
You know, I just practiced against Rogue just one time a day.
연습을 했다.
That's what I did.
저희가 두 분의 대단한 기록들을 찾으면서
So we had
또
a
하나
look at your
엄청난 기록을 발견했습니다.
history and records.
선수.
So for you, Dark,
2022년 오프라인 테란전
your
매치별
2022
11승
ZVT
0무
record is 11
패배더라고요.
wins, 0
올해 한 번도
losses.
없었다는 얘기인데
So that means you haven't lost a
스스로 알고
single
있었고
match
진짜
against
무슨
Terran
일인지
this year.
궁금하네요.
So are you confident in this
전혀
matchup?
모르고 있었고요.
I really didn't know that statistics.
형이 얘기해 주시더라고요.
I mean, JYP told me beforehand today.
괜히 또 기록이 걸려 있다 보니까.
Now that I have this record on the line, I think I have a little bit of nervousness coming into this match
조성주
today.
선수는 상대 이 기록 좀 어떻게 생각하세요?
So Maru, what do you think about this amazing statistics? I really didn't know as well.
테란전 잘하는 형이라서.
But I knew that Dark was really good
그럴 것
at
같았다.
playing against Terrans.
제가 이 최고의 저그는 누구냐 질문을 드릴 때마다
So Maru, every time I ask you who's the strongest Zerg, you always answer Rogue.
네.
최고의 저그
That's right.
누군가요?
So who is the strongest Zerg?
저도 아직은 병렬이 형이.
I still think it's Rogue.
아직은
Wow.
이병렬 선수다.
Maru
자,
with the
드림의 결승
flame.
생각이 나시고 괘씸하다 좀 생각도 드실
So
것 같아요.
Dark, I think you're kind of mentally shaken after that Maru statement.
어떠신가요?
So now you're gonna have to shove it inside him.
원래
So
좀 힘을 아끼려고
how are you gonna play against him?
선수가 방금 그 말을 해가지고
Well, now that he's provoking me,
결승한다는 생각으로
I'm gonna play really
힘을 아끼려고 했는데
I'm gonna give it all my shot. I'm gonna give it all my best.
만나기만 하면 풀세트 명승부가
So every time these two players play against each other, it's always a full set game, full set match. So is today gonna be a full set?
선수랑 좀 비등비등한 경기가 많았어가지고.
I mean, an offline match, it's always been neck and neck against him.
조성주 선수 스코어 예상.
Then Maru, what about your score prediction?
워낙 쉬운 경기가 없었어가지고.
I mean, there has been no easy match between the two of us. So I think it's gonna be a full set
두
of
분이
3-2.
만나면 바로 믿고 보는 경기가 되죠. 마지막으로
I mean, a
상대에게
highly
한마디씩
anticipated match
나눠드리겠습니다.
awaits us.
자, 먼저 힘을 숨기지 않겠다
So before we
하셨던
get into the
강민호
match, anything else you guys want to say? Dark, you first.
많이 하더라고요.
I mean, Maru's been practicing quite hard.
뭐 어떤 빌드들을 쓸지 한번 재밌게 한번 맛보다.
So I'm kind of curious as to what builds he's gonna use on
아끼지
stage.
마라. 또 이런 말씀이신데요. 조성주
Then
선수.
Maru, what about you?
많이 한 적이 없는데 자꾸 많이.
Well, I think you got it wrong. I haven't practiced that much.
모르는 제 빌드를 선보이겠습니다.
I'll try to use builds that even I don't know of.
풀세트 명승부를 펼쳤던
Alright,
두
so
선수.
the two
서로가
players
인정하는
are
라이벌인데요.
undoubtedly gonna
두
put
선수의
on
시간전
another
2경기 지금부터
phenomenal match today.
시작하겠습니다.
So we're gonna get into the game now.
Today's matchup. Dark. Maru. Semi-finals.
여기서 만났잖아요. 수비에 또 있었던 딱 후면에서 개멸 충격. 이런 그림이 쉽게 나오지 않아요. 경기는 신의 찬.
선승차강 바로 눈앞에 두고 있는 상황입니다. 자, 이번 경 밀어붙이면서 세기를 받고 있는 박영우 선수예요.
세 명이 많아서.
네, 뒤로 추가면 내려오죠.
와, 한계가 또 쓰러지는 그림인데요. 멋지게.
Semi-finals.
Welcome back, guys. It's time to get this going, man. I'm super excited. I have no idea who's going to win this. But both these players, honestly, in any GSL are a good horse to bet on to win the whole thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. They've both been quite successful. Dark with a couple championships. Maru, of course, with the record-leading 4, looking for that 5th. They've played each other tons of times. Dark is... I think you can probably just say he's the best ZVT in the world right now, and Maru, you can always say he's the best Terran versus whatever the hell you want at a given moment.
Yep.
So yeah, this is like the best thing that you can really hope for.
So I want to mention as well, if Maru can win this and then win this GSL, he will have won 5 GSLs. He will get the G5L trophy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy because 5s looks like S's. It's
yeah, that's what we do here, man. We're like 5S. Wait a minute.
Yeah, and we got the next three statues set because G and 6 look alike and 7 and L look alike. So
yeah, and then
like,
maybe
dude,
if we get 7, then we could take the L and like flip it and make that into a 7.
Exactly,
so, yeah.
exactly. And as far as 8, if someone wins 8 GSLs, let's just hang up the show.
Yeah, we should probably just end this experiment.
Yeah,
it's gone on for too long. Okay, so this best of 5, man. Dark's mentioned in the interview, he's curious how exactly Maru is going to play. Keep in mind that, you know, at the finish line here is a Protoss player, so these guys don't have to hide anything about the matchup for the next opponent, right?
Yeah.
This is it for TVZ on both sides. So, I mean, they're going to bring out the absolute best of the best. You know, GSL, one of the things that makes this tournament so beautiful is that it does take months to go through. So the players really get to do deep dives into prep, really get to do research, really get to try to, you know, set some stuff up. And these two, man, I mean, there's a lot at stake here.
Yeah, and saying that we don't know how Maru's going to play, right? He rushed DRG like a lot. He 3-0'd him with rushes, like 2 base all-ins. But honestly, like, I'm going to go with my anime protagonist storyline.
Okay.
Maru literally lost to Bunny on purpose so he could show Dark what he wasn't going to do.
Oh, okay.
So now Dark is so ready for 2 base all-ins, but guess what Maru's not going to do?
Ooh.
Attack.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a long series. I think this is going to take a couple hours, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to average 20 minutes per game.
Yeah. Maybe not, but we'll see. Guys, we're going to start this out on the 4-player map, Nautilus 2. Dark vs. Maru. Again, the winner goes to the GSL Code S Finals.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Dark. Onside Gaming. Maru.
Okay, again, this is a 4-player map, or 4-spawn location map. That is really probably a better way to put it. They're both on the left side of the map. Ooh, another good drawing. That's the same guy that had the Tasteless Marauder. I think do I remember you? Maybe. I don't know. You're masked right now. That's a challenging.
Like, oh, well, now we know you don't because he wore a mask in 2012
he was wearing a mask
when you
in
met
Stockholm. Guys,
They call him the masked spectator. Coronavirus really stole his thunder.
So good to have all you guys down here in the studio. I'm going to say this one more time as we start this best of 5 up here. I mentioned this earlier in the previous best of 5, but not everybody watches every game of GSL. Tickets are on sale tomorrow, 5 p.m. KST, guys. And if you don't get a ticket, you can't come to the finals. You can come to the building, we won't let you in.
Yeah.
And they sell out pretty fast.
And Tasteless and I are the bouncers, so like.
Yeah.
Like, oh please, I flew here.
Yeah.
I'm like, get him,
Please, I
Tasteless.
just got the hotel and everything. Then we just break your arm. They mentioned to me in production website has an English page. And look, a lot of people are going to want to come and can't get in. So be there, be ready to snipe a ticket. They sell out in a matter of minutes. Yeah, that's it. And the information for that is on the breaks. There's a graphic on our breaks that you can check. So you can fast forward to that or rewind to that or wherever and see that there.
Right. So this is close spawns, which is important. Like we were talking about before, Terran does not like playing cross spawn on this map, even though Bunny was able to take a nap earlier today here with that cross spawn. And yeah, I'm kind of sitting here on the edge of my seat waiting to see like how this is going to develop, because right now Maru looks to be going for like a 2-on-1, right? He did show that against DRG.
Yeah.
And if he were to rush on a map, I think this is not a bad idea, like a 2-base all-in, because the map is... Yeah, this map is just so much bigger. Like, for instance, even though they're close spawns, well, they're close spawns, so that allows attacks more than cross spawns. But let's say he went to a bigger game where he's not attacking. Those bottom right bases, he's just never going to be able to hit. And that's going to make it so big and so hard to actually deal with. And, like, how does Maru end up taking half the map? This map just may be a bit too big. So, again, if there's going to be, like I said, I think that he's not going to be doing 2-base all-ins, but this would make the most sense out of all the maps by far for him to do that.
Yeah. It's actually kind of uncomfortable if you're Zerg. I mean, it's just you're kind of stuck in this, like, position where it's hard to get a 5th base. This map is actually like kind of deceptively cagey. You basically just get 4 bases, and then there's another quadrant 4 bases. So it'll be interesting to see Dark try to kind of reach over to the right side of the map.
Well, I think it's going to come to a head way before that, because it does look like Maru's going to keep some aggression up, but we'll see momentarily here. He has the first 2 medevacs on the way.
You might be right. I mean, this might just be like, you know, Maru trying to end it, and Dark either holds it off or dies to it, for sure. Okay, so Roach Warren has started here. Stim is about to finish up.
Okay. The Roach Warren, actually, I'm not a super fan of here for Dark. Obviously, it's going to give him some muscle on the ground, and he's the best Roach player for macro games in the world for Zerg vs. Terran. But the medevacs give you, like, I mean, just medevacs in general are a good counter to Roach openers, right? Because it's like, it takes longer for the Roaches to run around. They don't shoot up.
Yeah, they just end up running around trying to put out fires. Mutas, of course, I mean, make it so that you just can't do drop brass at all. Or if you do, you better be very careful and make sure it works, or you're going to get behind. So he's going to come out here. This kind of reminds me of like what a lot of innovation games look like, you know, when you just came out and try to start sweeping and cleaning creep. He probably won't try to over-engage at all, because he really can't take a full-on fight, I mean, to be frank.
Yeah, yeah. Double Evo coming up right now. That 3rd command center has been started here for Maru, so maybe it's not that all in. Yeah, double eBay coming. I guess he's just doing the 2-on-1 pressure into a macro play.
Well, it does seem hard to imagine a player of Dark's caliber losing to a 2-base timing, right? That just seems hard to imagine. But Maru going up to 3 bases, I think this is a lot more doable.
Yeah,
That's too bad he misses that creep tumor just to the right. The creep's not going to go down as much as he would want.
Yeah, that's just a very slim miss there, too. So, Roach is being made. Roach speed, 1-1 coming up. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited because, I mean, this could be playing off his image that he had against DRG as well, where you see the 2-on-1, you're like, oh, there is very likely a push coming, right? So maybe Dark is overproducing his units right now. Maybe he doesn't really need this many to defend what's actually going on here.
Yeah.
While Maru gets his economy rolling, not as fast as we sometimes see, but reasonably. There's, of course, always the possibility that Dark goes for like a giant 1-1 timing attack with Roach.
Yeah, let's also go back to, I can't remember which GSL finals this one, but the one where, like, it was Rogue versus Maru, and then Rogue, like, played totally differently.
Yeah.
And, like, just smashed Maru, and then he, like, didn't bring that style out again. We could see Dark kind of attempting that style here now. It seems more like it was always kind of more Dark's thing anyways. Nidus Network, okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. He has that Overlord there, but there is a depot to watch for it. One thing to mention, that's a quick armory that we're seeing. So I think he is going to focus on getting attack upgrades for his siege tanks.
Yeah, I think you're right. well, this is all going to come down to whether or not the Nidus is going to work. He is taking 6 o'clock. Dark is, I should say. But basically, this is a Nidus that's set up to line up with the 1-1. Dark's got to be careful. This is like almost... Oh, I guess not. I feel like normally I can look at fights and tell you who's going to win ahead of time. Apparently not there.
Dark knows exactly how many Orochis he needs to make
I was
Maru
like,
pick
maybe
up.
that's just barely not enough and it'll snowball, and it's like, no. Even Maru thought maybe.
Oh, I think Maru just saw. Okay, he saw this Nidus that is creeping forward. Now, this is interesting. A forward Nidus, and then is he going to try to pop one in the main during this attack? That might be the key here.
Yeah, well, it's going to be dropped. But here comes the big attack. The tanks are pretty conveniently pushed back. It's not going to be easy for... Oh, man.
Dude, like 3 medevacs blew up there, but he will hold it. 9 SCVs end up falling. That Deepa wall, worth its weight in gold. Maru's so fast to throw that down.
Those tanks were literally perfectly placed. Those 3 in the back there, where it's like just not quite close enough to easily get them with the biles.
Yeah, he did eat some on his medevacs, though, which is a bit of a problem.
Well,
Did he lose 3 medevacs there?
Or was that 2? I didn't catch it.
Okay. He lost at least 2 medevacs there to the biles. And some more biles will go down. Cancels that 1 depot. This is not that impactful. It's like cool for Dark to get any sorts of kills, but those were thrown up last second just to make sure that Maru did not die. Any buildings like that blocking are so helpful.
Very importantly, the base down here at the bottom is being mined out. He can start to grow into this bottom right location. You know, one thing about a Nidus is like you can try it once. It seems like it's just much less likely to work each time you try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the most powerful Nidus by miles is the first.
First one, yeah. After that, it's like the player's basically conditioned to be ready for that.
Yes. When you're keeping your eyes out, it's just so much easier.
And I don't feel like there's a lot of good Nidus spots on this map, really. Like inside their base, I mean.
Yeah, I bet you that if we get up to like a big half map, that Nidus would be very strong again. Just there's so much ground to try to cover.
Well, if the Terran actually has too much territory, then I think the Nidus becomes strong again.
Yeah.
Terrans are stronger. They always have been in StarCraft if they're kind of compacted.
Yeah. Hard for them to spread out and actually defend everything.
Yeah. It's funny to see a Nidus on the Zerg side. Just kind of being used there to traffic stuff through, but it makes sense.
Dark is expanding to that bottom right. Do have some medevacs down there as well. I like the idea, though. Definitely right. Like, I mean, that's how Niduses are actually used in StarCraft 1, is to defend bases rather than be offensive.
I think it was a good improvement when they made StarCraft 2 and made it so you could be offensive with Niduses.
Yeah, Nidus is definitely not good enough in StarCraft 1 tastes. That's a great take.
Dude, it's yeah, it's rough for Terrans, man. I'll give you that, man. With the Defiler, you try to irradiate it and it pops back through the Nidus.
Yeah. Spire, melee, Baneling speed, +3 carapace, good stuff.
He could actually switch into Link to Bane if he needs to, which I guess makes sense. He can't be on Roach Ravager forever.
I think he's just going to start upgrades on the Spire, honestly. Like, or I could see him popping out a few Corruptors to chase medevacs, but like, I don't like him switching right now into Mutas. Like, I feel like he's lost the timing for Mutas. Oh, very nice force cancel there on the Spire. But like, when you're going Roach Ravager, I think Corruptors are actually pretty solid, like to have a few of them out. Remember, once upon a time, years ago, like Dark, so many of his games, he would just knock at the Spire forever, and he's like dominating, and then like he's not anymore. And it's just, you need some anti-air. Like, how long are you going to play with 0 anti-air?
Oh yeah. So I mean, look, Terran's basically taken all the bases in that little quadrant they're in. Zerg's filling in the bottom right. We could be going to a split map game here, Artosis.
It kind of looks that way. Can Maru deny those 2 middle bases, do you think? Well, I guess he only technically has to deny 1, but can he deny it and hold on to everything else? It's just, the map is bigger than other maps that we see him do this split map stuff on. He is going for it, though. You're right. Like, this is serious. Like, he's sieging up. He's building turrets. Sensor towers all over the place.
Yeah, so he has to back up here.
Vikings, Ghosts, Thors. Missile turrets abound. Command centers all over. But, you know, there are things that he can do to abuse Dark here as well. Like, look, he's boosting 3 medevacs to the bottom right. There's a decent chance he just snipes the hatch with something like this, right? Everything is so far away.
Yeah.
This is, I'm actually super pumped about this. We've never seen half map TVZ here.
Yeah, not on this map.
Never here.
Well, I was kind of felt like it was sort of impossible. But if
I
anybody
still
can
feel
do it,
like
I guess it's Maru.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, for emphasis here, guys, Terran, they actually have a really hard time, like, having half the map. Zerg have it the easiest. They're going to have, like, 70% of the map, and, you know, Protoss, I mean, they manage a little bit better because they can warp stuff in everywhere. But, you know, it's hard for Terran to defend all this stuff. Even with the Planetary, I don't know if Blizzard, you know, was thinking about that when the Planetary was made, but, like, you know, even that.
Oh, I think that's why the Planetary is made, because it is so hard for Terran to expand everywhere. But then the way StarCraft 2 actually functions, if late game Protoss or Zerg want to kill your Planetary, they just do it.
Yeah, well, I guess the Baneling kind of changes that, but same with other stuff too. It's like you can just kind of
the Bane, like you just run in with Banes and kill it, and it blows up, and you can't lift it, so there's no counterplay there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we've seen so many times mass DT blink. You just blink around it, and 2 swipes later, it's gone.
The Planetary should be able to lift and attack while moving. Imagine that Terran Death Ball. It's like, oh my god, he's going Broodlord Infestor. It's like, don't worry, he's going to make 8 Planetaries and lift them off and fly into it.
Dude, we did have that one day where you could load a Planetary into a command center. Remember that bug? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just crazy. All right, 8 Infestors on the way. Continued upgrades all over the place. Everyone's just kind of upgrading everything. Even Blue Flame coming out right now. More factories, more Thors, more Ghosts. Maru definitely going for this kind of, well, we've been calling it an exhaust play, but this map is so large. It's like, are we doing 8 bases each?
Yeah, that's the question,
Or
isn't
more
it?
likely it's like 8 versus 7, and then like that last base gets fought over, something like that.
It does seem like the matchup works this way now because good parents like Maru basically conclude that if they can't find a kill move early on, they just don't try to kill them. They're like, all right, now you have to kill me. The matchup's different now. I'm not attacking you.
Yeah, and you know, the way that Zerg functions, it seems like Terrans have figured out, I would say especially Maru has figured out, that like your ultimate max is just a bit better with Terran than it is with Zerg.
Yeah, well, keep in mind you can use mules to mine. You can make planetaries and turrets. You know, those are very good buildings for defending. And you can kind of go heavy into, with your supply, into attacking units.
Well, I think a big part of it as well, because there are some things that are ridiculous for Zerg on a max, like Banelings are half a supply, and when you have a huge economy, they do a lot. But
yeah,
with Terran, it's like you almost are forcing Zerg to go into you because you're gaining. Your units gain more value, like Ghosts with snipes and everything. There's a little bit. It's not exactly a clock, but a little bit of a clock on Zerg, where they have to do something. You don't want to sit there and get sniped for decades.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say right now. I mean, this is just going to be an extremely long game. We are getting into Broodlords here. So Zerg is basically going to try to come in here and crack this. Keep in mind, the Zerg doesn't have to so much kill Maru off as he needs to keep Maru off the upper right quadrant. You know, a lot of the split maps we have, it's one player starts at the top left, the other at the bottom right. And you can kind of expand in either direction on either side, and it makes for a pretty even game. This is really Maru spawning in the top left and trying to just grow into the right side of the map. And so I think if Zerg wins, it's going to basically be Zerg locking them out of that right side quadrant, upper right side quadrant, and then Terran runs out of money. Now, I say that, but here we see he's going to attack in here, but that might simply be because this is probably going to be the spot that has less defense, so you just kind of take whatever fights you can get, right?
I think seesawing is what makes the most sense.
Yeah, I agree.
When people only attack one spot and all of Terran's army is there, I really start to wonder. You know, it doesn't really make a lot of logical sense to do it that way. So Dark attacks over here. I bet you he rotates towards the right.
Yeah.
And one thing I do want to mention, the 9 o'clock base that Dark has right now, what I would like to see is full saturation there. Because very likely, if this game stays quite even, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock are going to be what decide the game. If it stays even, right? If he can't crack Maru. Because it's not about Maru cracking him, it's about Dark cracking Maru.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to see him as quickly as possible suck the resources out of 9 o'clock. Take drones off your natural, take them off your third, fourth, whatever.
I agree.
Like those bases can always be mined out. Those are not an issue.
Yeah. You could basically take the given bases and treat them like they're little placeholders, because you're guaranteed to get that. But Dark's staying up here, man, and this is going to allow for some more comfortable growth over there at the top right. What is that, a Nidus in the top right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. A nice way to try to deny that a little bit.
Sure.
Here comes down this nuke. Doesn't really do anything. Is that double planetary? No, that's double orbital. Never mind.
What? Oh, he just wants to free up supply. Okay.
All right, Spores
now,
move forward.
Another thought I've got here is that he might want to try to just get up here and kill off all the buildings, all the infrastructure.
Sure.
That's another way to win, too. It won't end the game, but it's such a paralyzing move that, like, that could be another way that it just gets closed out. Oh,
look at this,
boy, here we go.
seesawing.
Yeah.
He's really taking a lot of the attention to the top left, and here come the Banes.
Did this game just suddenly end, by the way?
No, I don't think it's over. Like, look, Dark's supply is actually falling pretty quickly because he's spending a lot of it. And Maru loses a fair amount of SCVs, but you know what? He's going to save this one, which is actually, that's a Dark definitely miscalculated there. He should have killed that.
Yeah, he should have killed that for sure.
But they both have gigantic banks, right? Obviously, Dark's a little bit bigger, but he loses a bit more supply. So I don't think that this is going to go one way or the other anytime too soon.
Okay. He's coming out now. Oh.
You know, this is something that we've talked about in the past as well, and it's good to talk about here. The amount of orbitals that Maru has, like the max supply of his army is much, much higher because he's throwing down so many mules. That also lets him suck up resource locations more quickly, right? So he can actually get the resources out of a base, and then it doesn't matter so much anymore if it stays alive. That is a lot of bandits, man. 55. Tries to ST it up, doesn't quite work. Dude, not very efficient, but those neurals, those are nice.
Those are pretty nice, man.
Yeah, those are some high quality neurals.
Yeah.
And now he's
honestly, I mean, that's so many Thors. I mean, think of how long it takes to make a Thor, right? To drop this many.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just a masterful engagement there from Dark. I mean, that was a real masterclass in how to kind of dismantle an army that looks untouchable.
Yeah, the Neural's doing just such a good job there. One thing we've seen in the past, and I wonder if we'll see it at all here as well, we've seen like little inklings of it, is adding in a bunch of Liberators. You know, 3 years ago, Maru was trying Thor Liberator against Zerg, and he is making more Liberators now. We'll see how many. Like, he definitely wants to get the range upgrade. I don't believe he got that yet, but I wasn't paying super attention to that. But that's one way that you can actually cancel out Neural very quickly, right?
Yeah. You know, I feel like Dark is navigating this game pretty well here.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, it's that upper right area. Look at the lack of presence that Maru really has in the upper right.
That's true.
Well, I mean, now the base is even destroyed, but like, I almost think that, you know, unless, no, I just can't see Dark losing this game at this point in time.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I think that anytime you say that with Maru involved, it gets a little bit tricky, right?
I get it, but
he just doesn't die. He's so good at these engagements, and he's got like an army that is pretty hard to fight against. Now, those are some sick fungals that go down and everything, but the Banelings are super inefficient when they run into this army.
Right.
He's throwing down a lot of EMPs now, so he's trying to prevent those mass Neurals we saw before. And he is getting a command center top right, like that top right natural. He's having a harder time. Look at this. He's got a planetary there. That's actually impressive. I would love to see him throw down a bunch of mules there as well.
Yeah, I only there. Like, suck up as many resources on these bases.
One mule per patch.
Yeah,
do it.
Dude, just like, if you could just take the resources out of that, the Zerg can't use that later. I mean, like, for instance, the top right spawn, the Zerg's never going to have that. That's never going to be mined from. If the Zerg has that for any period of time, we're going to go to game 2.
Yeah.
But Maru's got to be careful. He's kind of on thin ice here. If this center position is crushed, Dark is going to just sweep through the top right again and clear it out. And
yeah, you don't want that.
It seems like Maru's kind of gotten back on his feet up there. But really, this game appears to be Dark pretty much almost in the winning position and Maru kind of barely hanging on.
Okay, yeah, like, I mean, Dark has so much control and he has so many resources, and it's like he hasn't been under attack forever. But isn't that, like, just, that's daily business for Maru in this matchup? You know what I mean? Like, look at this. He's got turrets in the center. He's got the watchtower. He's sieging up mass liberators. He has a ton of Thors and Ghosts. And he has some Hellbats here for buffering and just like a handful of bio. That army's very hard to kill. That is, like, he can be efficient against anything with that.
I think we need to see more Nidus networks here from Dark.
I would like to see that too. I know it sounds like fan fiction from like a forum like TL or something, but like, you can't convince me that on when people are spread this much that a Nidus can't, or double Nidus can't do something. Oh, nice pick off there.
Yeah. No, yeah, when you have this much of the map, I feel like not even one Nidus, but like 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, you've gone next level.
I'm like maybe 4. No,
so many Niduses.
I'm actually serious. Just make a bunch of Niduses, not necessarily in one spot, but like, you know, really make the Terran work to defend everything. Because he did some Nidus stuff earlier, and like, I don't know, man. I mean, it seems like he's much less willing to try to come up here and take these fights. Nicely done. 20 kills, 21 kills.
Well, all those mules are about to go down anyways.
Yeah.
But still.
Most of the bases on Maru's starting side are mined out.
Yeah, I think for Dark as well. I guess his third technically has some mineral patches. Looks like 90 is mining more from now, which is nice to see. But Maru's actually, he's putting some pressure on too. Right, he's starting to move forward.
So, is Maru actually considering pushing here?
Okay,
oh,
a couple
man, nice
fungals.
shot.
Yeah, he has that parasitic as well. That's this is such a funny looking army at this point.
What a weird game. So Maru tries to push down here. Obviously, this amount of Banelings is going to obliterate anything it touches.
Yeah, but notice the spreading that we see from Maru. As soon as he spreads these units out, like things like Hellbats and Marauders, like anything he spreads completely, the Banelings become inefficient. And in a game like this, a lot of these games are won by just the efficiency numbers.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you both might have the map, but Dark, you were less efficient because you kept using Banelings.
Yeah,
so Maru
it's
wins.
a good point. It's a very good point. It seems like Maru might just try to keep poking out that base that was killed there in the bottom right. And this may end up kind of starving Dark out of the game. We're at almost 30 minutes now for this game. And, well, hold on a second. This is a huge counterattack.
Yeah. I feel like such a fool for estimating just an average game time of 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was...
We better have
that was a little
double
crazier,
proxy
too.
racks to make that average come true.
Look at this counterattack, though. I think that if basically Maru is held off over here in this attack, and keep in mind, the Zerg has deep pockets here.
Yep.
Okay, we're talking over 5K minerals, over 3K gas. Maru's not mining, or won't be mining very much in a second here as his top right base is killed off. So all he has to do is kind of stop this bulldozer army from coming through here, and I think Dark still wins. 44 SCVs have been killed. There's 8 SCVs remaining in this game, probably mining gas at the upper left.
It's kind of funny because Maru's attack is actually doing phenomenally, but these little counters, like,
Terran
you kill off all his SCVs, what's he to do?
Yeah, well, this is the problem, is Terran can't have too much of the map and make it work, right? Like, just a big Ling counterattack cleans all that up.
You need supply to defend. There's no real static D, and there's no, like, Terran creep to get over there to defend
there's no
more quickly.
recall, there's no...
You don't have vision and speed boost across your whole side of the map, unfortunately.
Now, I mean, I don't know what else to say, really. I feel like, you know, you could see the Lings are just going to kind of chew through anything that's not heavily defended, and that's going to be a lot of what Maru has left over here.
Yeah, the Lings are certainly still being annoying, but okay, Maru walked back with his entire army because he was kind of hitting bottom right once again.
Yeah.
It's just Dark's overall income, I think, is a little bit too high. Right? Even though he has like a slightly higher bank and everything, if Maru could just keep up on the income for a little bit longer, I could definitely see him taking it because he's being so efficient.
Yeah, I agree. So, the only real... Okay, there we go. Now it's a little bit too late there. This base that we have on screen, or had on screen a second ago, that's the only base that Maru's really soaking up resources from.
Yeah.
It's the furthest spot on the map from Dark. But again, I mean, he's hanging on by a thread here. The push is going to come down here from Maru. Maru basically wants to start knocking out bases. By the way, bottom center mined out. I don't know about these other two bases, but Dark, we have to keep in mind, Dark can also just mine out, and then it's actually going to be Maru who wins.
Oh my god. Look at these fungals going down, and Neural's absolutely everywhere there.
It's kind of an insane moment here.
My
he
God.
actually crushes that army. That's absurd, man. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the Ultra's coming in as well.
I mean, supplies have just plummeted, but one player has enough money to remax out, and that player is Dark. Okay, I think we are now in the twilight of this game. I think we're almost done.
Yeah.
I can't see him recovering.
Well, Dark's bank is gone, and he's actually got like the same army supply. So, but yeah, I think Dark is going to be able to probably finish this off.
So you're going to bungle this.
Ooh, nice. Well,
the green beach ball of death.
Yeah. Oh, EMP's a ghost with a neural.
That's
I love
actually so sick.
It's awesome. Okay, Maru saves it.
Well, you know, Lings get very strong in situations like this where the Terran really just doesn't have that much.
Sure.
So there's a pretty ragtag army here. Now, what Maru's doing is he's just making a bunch of Lings, Banes, and Ultras. Terran with 33 SCVs, many of them being trafficked back over to this orbital we see here. We're now past the half-hour marker. DBZ, such an epic matchup.
Maru with his counterattack to the bottom right. This army getting a little bit scary, though. These Ultras going to make it really hard for the Marines to hold on. The Liberator doing some heavy work, but it's not enough, I don't think.
No.
Ghost running back, trying to get their snipes off.
Yeah, there's just not enough here. They can't sustain. Ultralisks are too tanky.
Corruptors are coming for them as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I might be wrong. We might have a longer game, but I think Maru's going to have to tap out, right? These are not planetaries. They can't really defend.
Yeah, he's not even mining gas anymore.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even see that. So all he can do is make Marines.
Yeah, and Hellbats. That's about it. Okay, I mean, good snipes. Dark's income is pretty darn low as well. He's got very little going on. There's still ghosts left. There's still ghosts left, Tasteless.
Yeah, there are Ortosis.
Snipe is like the most efficient thing in this matchup.
That's a good point. The ghosts are the only thing that's keeping him in this game. I wish we could check the center left base. And by the way, there is a base at the bottom right quadrant that never got retaken here.
Yeah, that is true. And that 3 o'clock, of course. Oh my god. It's 13 workers to 56. Both of them having such a hard time gathering any resources right now. Maru, of course, much worse off in that regard.
Maru's still not mining gas. We've been sitting on 16 gas for a long time.
It's a 1 Ultra. Well, here come the minerals, though.
Can he just win with these few ghosts and Marines?
Maybe.
It looks like he almost wanted to... Oh my god, he's going to counterattack.
Yeah. You can't let Dark just start mining more. He actually is the one with the workers.
Yeah.
You don't need to stay home as
Yeah,
far.
it's
There's
true.
nothing to defend.
Yeah, 55 workers can just come in there and drain those resource nodes pretty easily. Okay, finally we get a shot of that base. So, things may start to slow down here. I do feel like if Dark is left alone for too long, he's going to blow up into a massive amount of supply. Again, Terran is still not mining gas, okay? He's basically...
Oh, my God. The neural EMP on the Ghost, man.
That was so sick.
That was so sick.
That was so good.
Look, he does it again. He neurals another one and snipes a Ghost.
Yeah.
Dude, he figured out what Maru was trying to do against Bunny. He was using Ghosts to snipe another Ghost.
Dude, so now he's got the new base. He's taking both the gases there. We're going to see Infestors made. I think if he just makes Baneling Ultralisk, he can just come through here.
I don't... Oh,
Ghosts
yeah,
are
I guess
actually
he does
very
have
bad.
income.
If they don't have energy, like they're just not good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, they can fight, but like
you can't
it's not...
stutter step micro with Ghosts, you know.
Dude, the fact that he is repeatedly sniping Ghosts with these Infestors, this is absolutely insane. He's figured it out. Because we were just talking about how the most efficient unit in the matchup is the Ghost. So Dark's like, okay, give me that then.
All right, little drop over here.
Okay, picks it up because the Ultras are here. So we've got those Infestors as well. I love how it's just like Hellbat Marine coming out, man.
Yeah.
It's like he doesn't have much gas at all.
Yeah, he started mining gas a little bit ago, though.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny to see that this is like the forced late game economy.
There is one base that has not been taken, or at least isn't occupied right now, and that is the 3 o'clock base. Zerg could take that. Terran could take that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it will be an uncomfortable position to try to have, but it may end up. Well, actually, look at this long distance mining here. Well, this has been shut down pretty promptly. It does appear that Maru's trying to stretch the game out. Dark still needs to try to end this. Dude, it's a lot of Hellbats, man.
Yeah. Infestors though are going to be tough to deal with, like between Fungal and Neural. There's like a lot of potential there. Great snipes there onto the Ultra. As the Ultras go away, everything else becomes pretty soft. And of course, Fungals, like...
Well, they can wear this down over time.
Yeah, but there are a couple medevacs. I don't know if he's going to be able to afford any more, but, he can heal him up over time as well.
Dude, that base is almost mined out, top right.
Assimilation successful.
Assimilation successful, Artosis. It's a successful account, Artosis.
Oh, the cloak! He's sniping. We just saw a Ghost snipe a Hellbat. That actually happened.
Yeah. Probably first time in GSL history.
Yeah, I think so. A big engagement coming down now. That is a lot of Marines. And Dark GGs!
Dude.
What a game.
Wow!
You cannot ever count Maru out.
Wow, dude.
Can't do it.
That is a heroic game. The entire time I was saying I think that Dark's going to close it out, and he did need to close it out. He got very close. I want to say like 5 or 6 times. Damn.
That's what Maru wants you to think.
Yeah.
But when he starts producing only Hellbats and Marines because he has no gas, that's when you know you're dead. Because if he has no gas, you don't either.
I cannot believe we just casted that. That was like almost 40 minutes.
Wild game. Awesome game.
Probably one of the best games, if not the best game we've ever had on Nautilus 2, honestly.
Yeah, you're right on that. I will give you that one, 100%.
All right, guys, we're going to go to Curious Minds for Map 2. Game 1, a marathon. Game 1, almost the length of our previous best of 5. Now we go to Game 2. And let's see what happens, man. Again, the winner of this best of 5 goes on to the finals to face off against Hero.
Came for war.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Dark. Onside Gaming. Maru.
I tell you, that's probably the hardest map for the style Maru used.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
It seems to me
oh
God.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We're like looking at each other.
Proxy racks.
And I mean, it is Maru. He can do this.
He hasn't been doing it lately, though. He's
The
like
Overlord-
way pulled back on it.
Yeah, he
Dark's
sees
gonna
this.
see it immediately.
He sees it. SCV ready.
Here come the drones.
Well, now the question is, are these Maru SCVs or Artosis SCVs? If they're
Oh, they're
Artosis
Maru.
SCVs, they're going to go on the outside. Maru SCVs stay on the inside, and the drones can't get them.
Yeah. I think that's what we're going to see, Tasis. Look at this. All these drones trying so hard to stop it. LOL. Look at that.
What is happening here?
Now that's a fundamental difference between Star 1 and
Yeah.
Star 2. You tell it to
Guys-
stop building, it just walks around on top of it for like a minute.
Is there a way he's making this happen that I don't know?
Yeah, just cancel, restart.
Oh,
over
that's
and
it.
over and
That's
over.
what he did? I didn't know about that. That's cool.
Yeah. Because you can like instantly restart it when you're on top of it. The pathing works like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
He is going to have to live to get everything
I just
out.
thought I was like, is this just like the universe is bending itself into a pretzel for Maru to have his barracks finish?
It's the difference between pro gamers and amateurs, man. Is their
man.
SCVs
Yeah.
built at the right place.
Just have your SCVs move like Maru's, chat.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
this has been stalled a lot, right?
It has been, but I mean, drones were sent out, and that's going to slow down the Zerg's economy.
He didn't start any spines.
Well, I have to imagine that he just knows he holds this. He's got this mathed out.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah. That's someone's really good when you're like doing the rush and they seem to be like not reacting at all, and you're like, oh god, are you like way better than me, and I just don't know what I can and cannot do in this game.
And then you die to the rush, and you're like, oh god.
Yeah.
If you were stuck in platinum, you definitely know that wasn't going to hold. Ooh, the queen gets pulled back last second right there.
All right, bunkers cancel.
There's 6 more links and a queen on the way, so.
Marine. That's what Maru
Well, definitely
has.
Reen's on the way
yeah,
still.
Reen's coming too. Marins. Space Marins.
All right, Dark with the hold.
All right, game continues on. Kind of surprised that he like made the barracks there, just because that seems like a pretty normal path for the Overlord to scout.
That might be why, though.
Oh, you think he's like trying to do?
I think there's a
forward
whole
HS.
Yeah, a whole metagame there. Like, what
Sure.
if Dark sends it on a different path? Just to look for more likely places for the Raxes, and then you get a win, right? Well, that's nice. Look at that.
Okay, he did force a cancel. I'm watching this. I'm like, dude, it's going down more than it's going up right now with HB.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty big. You lose minerals when you're canceling buildings, so that's huge.
And, I mean, the build time, right? It's going to take extra long time.
Queen is low enough. I wonder if he could just kill the queen with the Hellions.
I think just barely not.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right about that.
I'm trying to get some harassment. Not really getting that much done. A little bit lost mining time, whatnot. Frying some Zerglings. Oh, brings it out to meet the other two.
I kind of thought this ended a while ago, and as I watched more and more, I'm like, no, this fight's still going on.
Nah, you were right, though. It actually kind of did end a while ago. Like, he goes back in, kills one drone, and loses a Hellion. Okay, whatever.
So, Stim is on the way here, just now started up. I do feel like out of all the players who proxy Raxed in StarCraft 2, I do feel like Maru recovers the best from it if it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
For a lot of other players, they try that, and it's like, well, you're probably going to lose, but let's watch you try to, figure out how to get control of a Zerg player who already just dominates the map when you play normally. But yeah, this is going to be fun to see how Maru does this.
Well, it's a little bit of a 2-on-1 that he's going for.
Yeah, he's not looking for a third base right away here. Or if we do, it's going to be a late third. So it looks like he wants to basically come out here and do a push.
Well, the fact that he has an add-on on the factory, I think, tells the entire story, right?
Yeah.
This has to be... Well, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be like a 2-base attack, but it looks like one.
Yeah.
Look, he's adding 1 eBay. if you were going to go 3 base, I feel like it would be Command Center 2 eBay, right?
I think you're right.
Yeah, there's another Rax too.
Okay, so it's going to be a 2 base timing.
Most likely.
Honestly, not what I thought the follow-up to the failed proxy Rax would be. I kind of thought it would like more organically be a 3rd base because it's like, well, we really can't attack him, so why don't we just, turtle and
That's
do
that's
that.
normally what we see.
But I think the reason why he's doing that is that's counterintuitive, and he knows Dark's a little bit greedy.
Yeah, maybe.
And so he wants to come out here and give him a black eye.
Mm-hmm.
So he drops here.
Yeah, gets quite a few Marines out right away.
Is he just going to go for the pool, or does he want to try to go and gun down the Queens? Really good micro by Dark.
All right, picks off a Queen right there. Maru as well showing some pretty good micro.
Okay, actually, that was really well done there by Dark to target down the medevac.
Yeah.
And then, surprisingly, it actually got killed. Now, that is going to take the wind out of the sails here of the push a little bit.
Wearing down the Queens can be helpful, though, too, right? Like, these prolonged tank pushes, a lot of the times it's the giant row of Queens transfusing each other, and to pick off
hatchery
Queen,
being transfused,
you're forcing transfuses out and all this. So it did some stuff.
So normally the target is the 4th base, although I could see Terran trying to go for the upper right base, the 3rd base too here.
Yeah, I think that one's better. The
I
creep
think
is
you're
about
right.
the same for both locations. I guess you do have a high ground that you can push down more quickly for that 4th, but the 4th is like just finishing. Maybe you need to do a bit more damage than that. 3rd Command Center did get started, by the way. Still some SCV production as well. Although he is still on 2 base SCV numbers.
Okay, so he's going to come up here. And, I mean, this is a scary push. Bailing speed is not done yet. Oh, man, that tank wedge in the front is a bit of a headache, isn't it? Dude.
Oh, the Banelings.
Oh, the flank.
Great targeting, but the big
good pickup, though.
Dude, that Baneling flank was everything in the whole world.
There's a possibility that when Maru was setter set microing back there, his screen was not over that part where the Bane's come.
Absolutely.
That can happen a lot of times in these flanks. It's easy when we zoom out to see what's going on, but like if you look at the guy's screen,
sometimes he'll literally be microing units on the left side of the screen or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And Baneling's hit, and he's like, "Oh no!"
It's
really
one of
thought
these things
of
like it's probably not remarked on very often because of just the nature of how we observe games. But like you actually need to get your screen in a good position when you're going to deal with a fight.
Yeah.
A
little history note. Slayer's Boxer, as far as I know, only pro gamer that used Windows keys in games, and that was to center his screen while he was harassing vultures.
Windows key? You mean the arrow keys? Okay,
sorry.
I'm like, yeah, he just tabbed himself out.
Yeah, he tabbed himself out a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's why. Then it's him and me, Artosis, because I did that a lot. Yeah.
No, I meant arrow. But look at this. Dark, once again, coming in and just shutting this down. I think Maru's dead.
Well,
I think he's straight dead.
Usually in a game like this, you can't just go for like 2 base play. And then, GG.
Yeah. Okay, so kind of an interesting take on aggression there from Maru, but none of it worked out. Dark just parried everything. I think it is time for Maru to go back into the exhaust plays, truly.
Yeah. A lot of that goes back to the rush not working, and the rush isn't going to work if it's good spotted. Definitely a Maru-esque move to go for the proxy Raxes. And by the way, I think we could still have more proxy Raxes to come. He does not seem to shy away from that.
Well, I mean, once upon a time, he did it like just about every game, but he's really backed off of it so much. So to mix it in, I think is very, very smart. It's unfortunate for him that it didn't work. If it had worked, that becomes gigantic for him because he goes up 2-0 very quickly.
Yeah.
And with something that he hasn't been using as much lately, and to throw that back into the fray, that's something Dark has to consider moving forward.
I agree. I think Dark is requesting a break. So you guys got us on camera.
Yeah.
Might have to wee-wee.
I don't think so, actually. I think he's like in there splashing water on his face, recollecting himself.
He looks in the mirror and he sees Rogue. What about that? His reflection starts talking to him.
Yeah, guys in the audience, go pee right now. You're going to pee next to Dark.
We should all sync our bladders up with Dark right now. Should we show him our knees now that we're on camera again?
You can show your
knee up there. Show your knee.
Oh, dude. They want to see my knee. I need something special for that.
I have better knees than you, I think.
You have better knees than me?
Can I say that? Can
you
I say that? We still be friends?
Have better knees than me.
Put up the knee. Put your knee
You're
up.
such a freaky.
Put your knee up.
Dude, your knees
Here's
are so
He
knobby.
doesn't even have knees. He just has legs like that. He can't bend
Yeah,
them.
no, they're completely straight.
Yeah.
I have like 2 pirate legs. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always so grumpy.
You don't get it. Like, I sit like a normal person, but when Artosis sits here, it's like a toddler. Like, the legs are just straight out like that.
Dude, if you kneed on Play-Doh, like, you would make the moon. So don't even talk to me about quality knees.
You know I have body dysmorphia. I can't believe you said that to me.
Listen, moon knees. How many
is
craters are you going to create
like,
when you kneel on Play-Doh,
stop
Tasteless?
now!
Oh, my God. My knees are...
That's a joke that I think we've never actually talked about on air, but me constantly joking about having body dysmorphia. So funny.
Oh, poor Tasteless.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I mean, let's just see what happens in these next games. How's that? That's how you know I'm a caster.
That's a great
That was a great
transition.
caster thing to say. So,
Dude.
like, we're going to
I
watch
was
what
like,
they
how
do
do we
and
get
find
back
out.
to the games? And
I'm
then
like-
you saved
I'm
me
like,
with
get
that
me
line.
off camera. If there's no computer game on screen, I start to freak out. Hardwire.
Yeah.
That's what one of these guys is going to have to do to the next car to get out of this best of 5. How do you hardwire a car, Artosis?
Oh, I can tell you all about that. I do that all the time.
You know that all
Tasteless.
the time, right?
The problem is when I it's hot wire, not hardwire. But when I hot wire them, I can't drive because I don't have a
It's
license.
hot wire, not hardwire?
Yes.
All right, start the game. We suck.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Dark.
So it's hot wire for a car. When is a hard wire?
Well, you can hardwire something like in a computer, right?
I don't know. Can
like
you?
you plug it in, you hardwire it.
That's called hardwiring?
On-site gaming.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maru.
Are you know this is a fact, or are you just like
I don't know
basically-
it's a fact, but I'm pretty sure. It's
okay.
like I'm like 80% sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of percent. It's way over 50.
Yeah, dude. The whole trick is to be confident, Tasteless.
Yeah.
And
no,
here's the
I'm trying
thing
to learn
too.
that.
I
I'm
could be
trying.
completely wrong, and people can tell me, and I don't care.
Yeah. Well, here's my problem: is I don't have any confidence because I got body dysmorphia.
Dude,
so.
well, it's probably because those knobby
It's
knees
just-
you got, man. Trying to say better knees to me, that's so crazy. It's the craziest thing I ever heard.
Oh, excellent. Yes, from California, welcome. Good to have you here, too.
Yes, thank you for coming down.
Everybody. Thank you guys for coming down. This is so fun.
It's just awesome how big the audience is here today.
Yeah.
So many people came down. Like, we have all of our normal chairs, and we have a bunch of chairs in the back.
Yeah, there's definitely some seats are better than others. Some of you guys are way far in the back.
Well, those are the cool kids, man, in the back
Yeah.
of the studio.
But some of you guys are so we could actually like pour hot oil on some of the audience
Yeah,
while we're
we
sitting
could.
right here. If they try to come up here with their grappling hooks, we can knock them down again.
Yeah. Well, I didn't prepare our hot oil because I didn't know this many people would come. I haven't had the hot oil ready since 2019.
What you guys don't know is that when we had the COVID lockdowns, we couldn't have an audience. It would just be this big empty studio. We'd just get on roller skates and skate around while we casted it. You know.
Can you imagine that?
You guys never saw that because we didn't want to brag, but we were going through inline roller skating obstacle courses.
Yeah, and I had a tire swing hanging from the rafters that
Yeah.
I would be on for part of the cast.
Yeah. So
That's why our
I've
casts are
literally
wrong
not looked at this
sometimes.
game since it started. What's
Oh
going
God,
on in this game? Yeah.
what game number is
Yeah.
this? Game 3?
Is this game 4? Is
Oh,
game
they're
3
1
done?
and 1. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, everything looks pretty normal. Here comes the Reaper, Tasteless. You ready for this?
No.
You ready for this?
No, I'm not. This is my favorite part of StarCraft 2 is this engagement. When I try to get people into StarCraft, I just show them the Reaper getting chased away and not killing anything.
Yeah. Next to that, do a lot. I'm like, yeah, I did. Okay, so Reaper gonna go over, just scout. Okay, solid scouting. His Reapers have been good this series so far when he has made them. Jumping up and getting that little bit later scout into the main. Speed on the way, and we're actually going double factory here. So
yeah, this is actually this really isn't something I thought we would have.
well, there's double factory plus a starport, so I'm not entirely sure what we're going to see. I mean, what comes when I see double factory this early, I always think about, Blue Flame Hellion, right? Like two
Sure,
factory
yeah.
Blue Flame Hellion, which we
we haven't had in a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't make me think that it's something particularly good against Dark just because he goes roaches more than everyone else. But, I mean, anytime that they're not going roaches, it can be amazing. Here it is, Blue Flame. There's a Viking on the way as well. So I guess he can start pushing everything back. Yeah, the Overlord is actually flying in the main. I think the second factory is behind the minerals, so I believe he should have one Marine, right? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he doesn't scout it though. He turns around.
Oh wow. Yeah. You know, it's a tough decision. Do you go in and sack it, or do you just back up? And so, you know, kind of like in game 1, how like the Zerg saw what was coming, so he's much more easily able to stop it. If the Zerg doesn't see this coming, you know, well, he doesn't.
Okay, his vision was off there a little bit. Yeah, he's not entirely sure what's going on, but he did make a couple spines, which could be very useful.
You know, spines are obviously very good against Hellions.
I think he canceled one, so he has one spine.
Where does Terran go from here after, let's just say the rush doesn't do anything?
Oh.
Like, does he just keep making factories in Mac?
No, I think he goes into bio after this, to be honest. Yeah, there's Stim. Okay, let's see what he gets done. There's some potential here. Like, he does not see these coming. These are going to pop in and have Blue Flame all at once.
All right, so he sees the Blue Flame. Dark has very little time to react. The Lynx barricade a little bit. Oh, the drones!
Oh, man, I don't know if the drones are going to be the right call here. They come up to try to block. He goes towards that main base. Great evolution chamber, trying to block as much as he can. But the split of these Blue Flame Hellions is going to allow a lot of drone death.
A lot of drone death. I thought that Queen blocked that for a second. So he just backs up.
17 workers so far.
And can the Queen actually block the ramp? It cannot. So it comes down. Dude, there's so many drones here concentrated.
Okay, 18.
19.
20. Okay, 20 drones, a lot of lings. I mean, that was good. That was very solid. He has his third command center up, going into bio. Still a fair amount of Hellions out as well. All right, very good opener there from Maru, I would say. Dark, like, I mean, he has like a little bit more supply than Maru, but it's not really what you would think it is. He's actually down in workers. He's got a good amount of queens, yes, and he has some lings out there. You know, that none of that is impactful. Like with this many Blue Flame Hellions,
right?
He's got like 6 Blue Flame Hellions at home. The lings aren't going to do anything. They'll be useful eventually, but really right now it's all about droning for Dark.
So, I mean, from here, you know, this Hellion harass sets up really nicely for the pressure that Terran's going to be putting on here. It's interesting that in game 1 we had like the most epic end game where we nearly mined out the whole map, and Maru like barely survives. To then see in game 2 and 3, he's really just trying to come in here and shut the game down pretty quickly.
Yeah. I like the variety that he's showing for sure. Arm rate going up at home. Siege tank production. Look at this, switching over from carapace into +1 missiles. Oh, it's because his layer's not done yet. God, that is a late layer.
Okay, Hellion's going to come in here and be a bit of a pain. They're not going to kill the hatchery, of course, but you know, if he could keep this creep under control, it's going to be a headache. Dark is now cranking out a lot of roaches here. Melee attack and missile attack here too.
Yeah. Again, just well, he might switch into roach. I mean,
sure.
He's Dark. It definitely can occur, but didn't have the layer ready for +2 carapace. Some Blue Flame Hellions trying to run in here. Just a little group of 3. It's like 1 drone. Yeah, not that impactful.
Okay, well, it's showtime for Maru. He should be pushing out shortly here, if not already.
Ooh, he just switched over to double factory siege tank.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, against the roaches. Like, I guess it's going to be Ling, Roach, Ravager, Bane. Kind of looks that way. 2-2 on the way. Yeah, the siege tank's definitely going to be very, very useful.
Oh man, this is actually not as effective as I think Maru would have wanted it to be. Only gets 3 drones.
I think, though, it's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world for him to lose those Blue Flame Hellions. They're not going to be that useful, especially with the amount of tanks he's making. He doesn't need them as much.
Sure.
You know, if you have a smaller amount of tanks, I could see you really wanting to keep those around and kind of buffer a little bit. But he's going for a much bigger macro play. 2-2 on the way. Still trying to hit that kind of critical mass. Has that 4th command center making as well. I think a max 2-2 push is in the future here for Maru.
Yeah. It's not going to be easy for Dark to hold here, for sure. So he backs out. Yeah, I think this is going to be a slow game from here until that 2-2 is done.
Yeah. I mean, poke the edges. What else can you do?
But, you know, he's done a decent job of keeping the crate back here.
Yeah, Dark has good defense, though. You see his army kind of moving in that bottom right. He knows that there's the bio over there. He knows that there's a small group, I believe, above that 3rd base location as well.
Yeah, you know, Dark's done a very good job of just kind of powering up, regardless of all this.
I mean, this is all like, hi, I'm fast, and I have these units that are mobile. Like that's.
It's screaming that.
It's, dude, it's almost deafening to me.
Yes.
I don't know if everyone else can hear it.
I can't concentrate it at all because it's
I don't hear
so
stim.
hard.
I don't hear Marine rifle fire. I hear I'm fast, and these are active units.
Yeah.
That's all I hear. He's APM signaling tasteless.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of it.
It's exhausting, man, with this APM signaling. Look at me, I'm a gamer, and I'm so fast.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, dude.
Wow, that's sick. You must be a pro gamer. He's like, yeah, I won almost $1 million.
Yeah, they have a special trophy that I'm probably going to win eventually. Okay, so the push is on. Zerg's maxed out. This isn't the most efficient supply maxed out, keep in mind. Supply, you know, reading off just supply can be a little bit misleading because, like, Roach Ravager is so supply heavy.
Whereas the Ling Bane is, like, Banelings are so supply efficient, it's insane.
Yeah, it's the best unit in the game.
It's pretty wild. Maru has a ton of siege tanks right now. He's pushing that back. I want to know the actual number of siege tanks. I would very much like to know. I'm going to say he's got, like, 8 or 10. So those Hellbats there, some nice splitting, running back. This is such a deep line of siege tanks, like Dark running in here now. Maru should be able to hold this.
Yeah, well, Dark is going to clean off a lot, but he is hemorrhaging units to some extent. 1 tank does remain. Again, the tanks are coming out in pairs here.
Still has 4 after that, so yeah, he had like 8 or 9.
By the way, if this game does end up being split map, which, I mean, it certainly is possible, Dark's going to mine out a lot faster. Okay?
Yeah, most likely.
Just look at how much of the map he's got. He's at this point in time, with the hatches that are now making, he has every base that he's basically supposed to be able to get, and he just took the center left. He's a madman.
He's got to keep that going, man, because Maru is going to start getting very efficient. 6 Dropper Lords on the way. What is he going to use those for, do you think? Like, instead of a Nidus, does he just go up to the main base and just drop a bunch of Roaches out or something? Some Banelings? I don't know. Oh, it's all Lings. That's 6 Overlords of Lings. It's 48 Zerglings going to be going in the main base.
Well, it's going to be annoying, man. Maru's going to have to go all the way back there. This could be a really big 1-2 punch here from Dark, where he's going to, Maru's going to lose a lot in his main, and then Maru's going to lose all his bases on the outside too. We don't see this very often.
No.
I'm surprised we don't see it more often, because it's not like it's that hard to do to just make a bunch of Overlords and just drop Lings in there. People seem to just want to do Nidus or nothing else.
He's drawing the attention right now. Like, he just ran Ultras for no reason at all through the sensor tower area.
Yeah.
And here comes the drop. Right before turrets go up.
Dude, this is crazy.
Now, let's see if he does a counterattack at the same time. Well, not a counterattack, but a secondary attack.
Just an attack.
Yeah, any attack. Okay, those Ultras get completely wasted. One of the Overlords goes to drop elsewhere. These Zerglings are doing so much right now.
Yeah, 3-3 is about to finish, so he won't be able to deny that.
I don't know about that little run-in. He is getting a lot of SCVs, though. A lot of things going wrong for Maru at the moment.
Yeah, this is a lot of fires that Maru has to put out. It's kind of hard to be everywhere at once. And I love the burrowing of the Lings. Like, this is just not going to go away for a long time. He got both tech labs on the factory, by the way. I'm sorry, he got one of the tech labs on the factory. The other one's still there. Now a Nidus is going to be made. He can use the drop overlords as spotters, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
The top right of the map, that's where those overlords live now.
I think, yeah.
That's their home.
It's got to recall those. I like the idea, though, of using drop plus Nidus, right?
Yeah, I don't know why we don't see it more often, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
It's kind of like
getting picked.
So now he just burrows over there. Dark is squeezing Maru right now. This is an extremely uncomfortable game. Oh, he sees him. He's like, you know my secret.
Thought that was a bit weird. When you have one under the command center, it makes more sense if you don't have one there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you either hide them all back there or you put one under there, but you don't do both. Yeah. Then they scan and they're like, oh, well, you were going to try to get me when I landed my CC here.
37 Banes on the way.
Dark's looking so strong here.
He's got 100 workers, by the way.
Yeah.
Half of his supply is drones. He just wants every resource on this map. He's mining 4,000 minerals a minute, man. That is insane.
Okay, so does Maru react to the Nidus? Gosh, there's really not a lot defending over here, is there?
No.
I kind of keep waiting for Marines to kind of spill down from the top of the screen, but...
Well, I mean, honestly, this defense of Maru is not that bad.
Well...
When you think about it, like, he lifts everything, right? He lifts the command center, the SCVs run, some Hellbats die, some tanks die, but he killed like 1 million Banes there. It's not that bad. Not the end of the world. That could be, though.
Thing is, Maru's having a hard time getting back on the horse here. Like, he's not maxed out. His income's, it's okay. Is he going to use this? It would be great if he actually just came out here and... I guess not. All right, this is just going to... Oh, no!
Well, may as well now, I guess. All right, Ghost's going to come in. Deal with these ultras very, very quickly. What do you think about that Overseer morph?
So funny.
He's just trying to spit in the eye of that Viking and get something out.
So, I feel like either Maru's going to last, this is going to be pretty long. Oh, come on, kill that tank.
That was just terrible for Dark. He, like, basically loses 3 ultras trying to get those tanks.
Yeah.
Gets 1
That's
tank.
not a good trade. But anyway, like I was saying before, I feel like this game is either going to be Dark slowly overpowering Maru, or it's going to go on super long.
Yeah.
And it's just like a game of Maru surviving.
It looks like it's that to me right now. Oh, almost lived through that.
Maru on the Oregon Trail, trying to get to the other side and not die of dysentery.
Trying to not die of old age, I think.
Yeah.
You know, Maru started this GSL 12 years ago.
That's right. Right now he's hunting, he's sniping the squirrels, not missing a single shot. It's like, damn, dude, you got the squirrels?
Double Spire coming up now. Get those upgrades going. Look at the map and how purple it is. Like, there is so much creep. Dark has so much going on. But I'm confident in Maru right now, man. He's only down 20 supply in most of the map.
Oh, this is a pretty painful one. This is a lot of really valuable units that are getting overwhelmed here. A lot of tanks going down. Maru does survive it, and supplies are even for a little bit. But again, when you lose that many tanks, it's just hard to have a lot of sustain, you know, when these next big attacks come in. Dark
still has a lot of Liberators in there.
Dark has the center right, and I don't even know when this base was taken.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. 90 Lings are being produced, so...
Yep.
Dark getting ready to go once again.
Gonna come in again here. Now, we're at the point in time where Dark is expanding so much that he's like expanding into where, you know, Maru's position is. But I don't feel like Maru can actually fight back. That must be the same tank that didn't die earlier, Artosis.
Oh, for sure it is.
Yeah.
That thing goes deep right all the time. That's what it likes.
That tank has been edging death this whole game.
Yeah.
All right, some more Banes are coming down.
All right, we're almost to that magical 20-minute mark, Tasteless.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like this game has been on for way longer than 20 minutes, by the way. By the way, guys, oh, hold on. I was going to say no bases have, are now, every base is occupied, but that's not entirely true because the center right got pushed away. Well, now it's really not true. Now I see 3 bases not occupied. Sorry, everybody.
Solid kill.
Maru is...
Evacuates with the Ultras through at Nidus, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny placement.
So, we're at the point now. Maru, if he can't keep these exterior bases, he's just not going to have an income. And if you look at the bottom, I mean, his income's really, it's suffering right now.
Yeah. I think that he will be able to take them. I don't think he's in fear of dying right now. Like, his composition is very, very strong. There's lots of Ultras out, so that's a lot of value that can be picked off if Dark missteps at all. But I feel like Dark is learning a lot about how to deal with this style. Notice how he continues to seesaw from side to side. He's not over-making banelings, I feel like, this game, which is something that we see all the time.
It's actually a big problem, I think, when people start to really over-make banes.
Well, I think there's been such a long period of just mass bane killing everything, which is a big part of why this style has arisen.
Yeah.
But now that Maru's like getting into it, he's still making a lot of lings, but he's not like over making banelings. He's not just like, here's 80 banelings, then rolls in again.
Right.
And kills 2 Thors or something like that. So I feel like he's adjusting quite a bit and trying to be a bit more efficient with what he's doing.
So that base is mined out. The only, oh no, I'm sorry, there's basically 2 bases that have minerals there. And the main one is the one in the top left. And if you notice, oh, is he just going to sack this?
That one's pretty hard to hold right now.
Yeah. Well, it's adjacent to the base that needs to be defended at all costs for Maru here.
Yeah, Maru definitely wants to keep pressure on over on this side and take it over. I wonder if Dark should try once again to attack on the right side. Okay, runs in with these Ultras. I guess anytime you're attacking with the Ultras and the Ghosts aren't there right then, that's probably as good as the Ultras are going to do. Brood Lord's on the way. Alright, time for some banelings again.
Okay, so this is really the moment that Maru has to fight back. He forces a big cancel on those Banes. Forces a lift, though, over here. Again, some of these expansions are more expendable for Dark than others, you know? Some of these bases, it's almost like he's taking them because then the Terran has to at least kill the base before the Terran can take that. But, Maru's been pretty good at this balancing act of basically, like, barely having money stream in and kind of being really optimal with how he engages.
All right, gonna pick that one off. Planetary, unfortunately, gonna fall on the other side. Not any, well, there is like one base that's still reasonably healthy here for Maru, but overall, not a lot of mining going on. Dark, the bottom right 2 bases look pretty solid. Right, bottom right, and then the one like inside of it. Like towards the center of the map from there. Few Marauders just being caught in the middle.
We got to watch this game very carefully because every unit's going to start, becoming really impactful. It's one of the funny things about like when you go into a really, really, really long game is that like you just see huge armies crashing into each other and everything's being killed off. And then, it goes right back to normal. It doesn't seem like it impacted either side. But when the money starts to disappear, that's when it gets really interesting.
All right, a Thor being made. Hopefully many more to come.
Yeah. I think it'll have to be Artosis.
Good chance.
42 more lings are coming in here. Notice how the mineral income has just dropped off dramatically on both sides.
Lone Hellbat. Oh, he already has a few bones right there.
A lot of veins getting bled off there.
Yeah, nice fungal there as well. Does have 5 infestors.
Dark is recovering his once lost bases. Although Terran's already going to come in here and try to stop that. Big counter attack. Zerg hitting Terran. Terran hitting Zerg.
And just a lot of cleaning on both sides. Just
Yeah.
like hitting these bases back and forth.
It's been very eye for an eye here.
Mass Liberator Siege and gets 1 ling.
Just 1 Broodlord. That's Dark. Oh no, there's 2 now.
That's what Dark rides on. It's like his flying carpet.
That's right, man.
It's going to show us the world.
That's his dragon he rides. He's on the back of a Broodlord. So, what a funny kind of back and forth this has become.
3 factories. Oh God, those are some sick fungals right there. Oh my God,
insane, dude.
Absolutely
the value
everything.
he's getting out of that is crazy.
As long as he can finish this,
yeah,
the
can he
Ultras
overpower
actually do a pretty darn good job.
Well,
He
the
is going to
Brood-
get the Liberators as
the
well.
Ghosts, though, are sniping the Broodlords.
As soon as
No,
the
that was
Ghosts get
Dark's.
there, man, everything's ruined.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay, so, you know, both supplies plummet. Maru's beginning to pick it up again, man.
Yeah, his supply actually jumping ahead now.
Yeah.
He's going to have way more army supply.
And it's a little bit tricky here for Dark. I mean, you know, he's basically just making lings and then banelings. But, you know, some of these units banelings don't trade into very well, like tanks and Thors.
Yeah.
I think Maru might barely win this. We need to do a mineral check here for what Dark actually has and does not have as far as income goes.
I think bottom right is fine. And then that
Center
slightly
left.
inside base. Oh, it's actually less than I thought. It's getting a little bit low there. Look at this Hydralis Den and +1 missiles. I don't
What?
know.
Does he want to go to Lurkers?
Huh.
I don't know.
Possibly. Possibly.
Sometimes you get a bunch of Hydras. I mean, they can fight like Thors pretty well and stuff like
I
that
think
if they're
yeah.
isolated.
I could see him trying like Lurker Infestor as a little bit of a counter to Ghost. No Lurker Den though. So I guess maybe he's just getting it just to get it. Although his income is so low, I feel like he'd be really cognizant of what you're spending money on at the moment. Okay, there is the Lurker Den. Okay. Yeah, we haven't seen him really try Lurkers yet against us.
I feel like Maru has almost won this. I was kind of looking at this and just assuming Dark was going to take it, and maybe that's because I'm used to a lot of Zergs just kind of winning in these positions that Terrans can't really sustain.
Maru has become very close to unkillable, though.
Yeah,
no matter
well,
how much damage you deal him, he's just like, yeah, I still have my core of Ghosts, so here we go.
Yeah, and by the way, it was a Lurker switch.
Yeah, double Lurker Den, in fact. So, going to be getting that range and burrow speed as quickly as possible. 3 Lurker Dens. All right. Why not 4?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Look at that, 130
That's
SCDs
so
have
funny.
died, 968 links.
That is insane.
My God.
Almost 1,000 links.
It certainly will be by the end of this game. Are going to push everything back from this space once again. Raven in here. Help them to remove this this creep a lot quicker, a lot more efficiently.
If this army can't be stopped, this game is over. Because effectively, there is no... I mean, Terran can lift their buildings off. You can't keep counterattacking.
Yeah.
I think Maru did it again.
I think Maru's figured the matchup out, man.
Yeah. Dude. Wow.
He really, with
Wow.
this type of play that he's been showing, He looks unkillable. He looks
it's crazy because it's like, you know, not all StarCraft games are made equally, right? Like some games are last minutes, and then, you know, this one goes over a half hour. But yeah, it's like he can do that tightrope walk all the way to the end, and eventually the Zerg just kind of doesn't have the assets needed to really deal with a very turtle-ish Terran.
Yeah.
And so now Maru goes up 2-1.
Not looking super good for Dark right now. This has to be a bit frustrating. Like, he's a smart guy. I'm sure he's thinking to himself, what do I do here? How do I actually break him?
Guys, we're going to go to a break. We come back. We continue this best of 5. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Standing there with your teeth bared, crack a smile for the people at the bottom, at the bottom. Yeah, it must be lonely to be so spared from the spotlight, cause you don't feel anything unless someone's under your knife. It's fucked up, you don't have a conscience. Yeah, you don't give a fuck. It's never enough for you, and you're seated at the head of the table. You're moving tight, hiding out in plain sight. No, you don't care if we live or we die. You're moving tight, hiding out in plain sight. Oh, you don't care if we live or we die. Megalomaniac, stepping on the head of everybody with the bus pass. You were born for this. You butter up the people with the verbal trick. You don't give a fuck. It's never enough for you, and you're seated at the head of the table. You're moving tight, hiding out in plain sight. Oh, you don't care if we live or we die. You're moving tight, hiding out in plain sight. No, you don't care if we live or we die. Well, you don't care if we live or we die. You said you're gonna make it the greatest. Now we're all separated. Yeah, we're all separated. You said you're gonna make it the greatest.
Today's matchup, Dark, Maru, semi-finals, match 2.
Games we play. The games we play.
You hear that? Those are the gamer drums.
Yeah.
That's everybody in the studio banging the drums in unison.
It's a beautiful thing. Anytime I hear epic drums, I can only think of Mad Max Fury Road, man.
That's the greatest movie ever made.
It is literally the greatest movie ever made.
I've actually had so many nights where I've just come home to my house.
I've come
home drunk, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch at least the first 30 minutes of Mad Max before I go to bed. It's just so good.
It's so good. Aren't they making a sequel to it?
I think so, yeah. but I don't know when it's slated.
I don't know
to come
how
out.
it can ever live up to the first one.
They've got to have airships.
Oh,
That would
please.
be sick. That would be so sick. If they had-
airships.
Or maybe make it on water. Make this one on water, make the third one on airships, and then end all movies. Because most movies are bad nowadays.
You would need to end them. Absolutely. Oh my God. I need airships in Mad Max.
Do we need Mad Max airships to be so
Yes.
sick? Guys, we're going to go to, oh my God, we're already going to start the game. All right, well, that was some good pre-Game 4 banter. One of these guys goes to the finals. Let's go.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Dark.
By the way, as good as Dark looks, man, I'm like totally blown away by how strong Maru is right now. I feel like he has brought in a whole new level of play.
Yeah.
Onside Gaming. Maru.
Well, it feels like Dark is getting an edge, but can't quite do it, and the ghost count continues to grow, and Maru continues to just kind of punish everything that happens. Any high-value units that are trying to get away at the end of a fight, the ghosts come in and kind of clean up. So how do you take the advantage that he's gaining in most of these games and turn that into a victory?
Look at him.
That's something I don't think he's figured out.
Look at all these beautiful people.
I know, there's so many people.
I know.
And they pan up and you see our pasty legs.
Yeah. You just see I have no pants on. You just see my butt crack, and it just cuts back out.
Like, this is what I live with every day, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it should pan up and we both have plumber butt. Like oh, so funny. So, I mean, so far we don't seem to have any surprises for us. I do want to point out that Dark has played a really kind of slow game here. Dark usually, and I'm always happy to say this in a best of five with Dark because I feel like it always comes true. And that's all I want more than anything in the whole world, guys, is just impress you guys and make you guys think I'm cool. But Dark normally has like a cheese built into a best of five.
That's true.
He likes to rush a lot, and it hasn't really happened.
Well, could be two things. Number one, he thinks he's better without. Number two, he thinks that Maru will just stop it dead in its tracks.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know which one that would be, but that is an interesting statement because he does normally mix in some cheese.
Yeah, there's usually like
normally some aggression in there.
Yeah, something that's there to trip up Maru.
Well, he's seemingly been so invincible. Like you saw, he hasn't lost ZBT. Like he's a killer ZBT this year. We're over halfway through the year, and he's just 11-0 in these big matches. Might be ending here tonight, though.
Could be.
Maru is the guy that ends giant streaks. His first GSL victory of those 4, remember, Classic was 97% win rate in PBT.
That's wild.
And then Maru smashed him. It's like, yep, that's what he does, guys.
Just like bees make honey.
Just like bees make
Maru's
honey.
smash pro gamers.
Yeah.
Beavers make dams.
Maru wins GSLs.
Maru wins GSLs. Yeah, that's in his nature.
Yeah.
Get David Attenborough in here. Have him talk over this.
Yeah.
Just get Maru on
I would
camera.
love some David Attenborough going over Maru's play.
Yeah.
Most Terrans lose all their games, but there's one that builds its nest a bit differently.
That's right. Builds his nest with depots.
Yeah.
Lift it up.
Mysteriously, he never stops making ghosts. David Attenborough's great.
Yeah, he rules. We've got a Banshee with Cloak coming here.
Okay, that's a little bit different. Haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, not the biggest deal, though. I mean, this doesn't really mean the whole, way the game's going is going to change.
Until it flies in and kills all the drones.
That
Blue Flame
happens.
Hellion opener, by the way, was pretty sick.
Yeah. It's funny because that game was so long, it's easy to forget how it started.
Yeah,
that happens with some of these games where, everything that happens in a StarCraft game ripples through it until the game's done, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things that I've always found so interesting about watching StarCraft, is there's like all these little stories occurring in the game. But honestly, yeah, like a game like that, it goes on for so long, you can easily forget that, oh, dude.
That's a good scout.
Yeah, Banshee no-scopes him, but he sees that the cloak is being upgraded. Stim starts, by the way, and a third CC.
Well, we'll see what the Banshee can get done. Probably not much. He did cancel that cloak upgrade after it got scouted.
Is he going to get that Overlord? I think he did. Ah!
Yeah, Banshee playing a little bit of defense there, just cleaning up some circlets.
Oh, I got confused with what tab we had open. I'm like, he's not making a command center anymore.
Like, wow.
I'm like, he's upgrading lane speed. This is crazy.
It looked like they already were really fast to me.
Is there another speed upgrade I didn't know about? Well, getting these Overlords is actually pretty big. You know, getting any kind of supply blockage here can be frustrating.
The Hellions clean up some creep here still. I love this upgrade tab. It's amazing. It's gonna Stim is gonna join. Watch. Look at that tab just continue to grow. The growth rate of this tab is really fascinating.
It's very exciting. Okay, so Maru sees there's no fourth base down at 6 o'clock. There is one over at 3 o'clock, though.
Yeah, a lot of links being made. 1-1 is ahead for Dark a little bit. Baneling Nest about to finish alongside the layer. That Baneling speed going immediately. I'm excited to see if he's actually planning on going Nita. I don't think he will, like with the macro hatch in his main base.
Dude, look at this.
I think he's just going to go Ling Bane.
How many people's OCD is just kind of relaxed by seeing this all lined up like this, all the buildings in the main?
Oh, that is kind of crazy, isn't it? I don't know how I feel about that.
This is some obsessive building placement, man.
It's quite the line.
Yeah.
It's like he made a giant zipper. Now we need a zipper on the other side to join it together.
It's like, if you look at the mini-map, it's like a giant exclamation point. He's actually drawn a GSL trophy.
You don't think it's half of a zipper? Actually, it does look like the GSL trophy.
Yeah, oh my god. He's hoping that he's trying to communicate to us while we're in space.
Great Raxes of Maru.
Yeah, the great wall of Maru here. He's actually going to spell out Maru. He just started with the left side of the M.
It's going to take a while.
All right. We've got a big attack here. Where's the defense from Zerg? Tanks are sieged up. Banes are coming. Oh my god, perfect targeting with the tanks.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god.
And 1-1 just finished from Maru. So this actually was a little bit of an anti-timing, I think. If he had 1-1 that entire time, he was down 2 upgrades for that entire fight. Imagine how different that could have looked.
But I think he might still be able to crack this open, Artosis. I mean, the Banes are being pretty damn close here. The Lings are just getting shredded.
Oh my god.
He's just getting the denies on the Banes.
He is definitely getting a lot of damage out here.
Okay, Banes are coming out.
Does he have enough to actually push this back? Wow, those Banelings being very ineffective. Shoots down the Spore, going after the hatchery once again.
I mean, I don't know if Dark is going to be okay if he starts losing hatches like this. He's going to remake it down here at the 6 o'clock spot.
Yeah,
Maru's still on a tear here, now taking down the creep tumors. It looks like he might even try to rotate down. Now, again, he's in a jungle of creep here. This is a little bit dangerous.
Yeah. Don't forget, though, Maru is not really extending the longevity of his game plan here. He's not on full 3-base SCV saturation. His armory is very, very late, so 2-2 is going to be finishing here for Dark relatively soon. Maru not even starting it.
Counterattack, but I don't know if that's even going to matter. I mean, the foothold that Maru has is pretty good, honestly. Well, he's getting a lot of Marines, though. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if he can't kill this army off over here. 10 SCVs have been killed. If Dark loses this base, I think he loses this game. The upgrades seem a little bit too far out as well.
Yeah, let's see about that. Like, once 2-2 finishes, he's definitely going to have a much better time, but he has so few units at this point. Definitely a problem. A lot of SCVs have gotten killed in this little counter. So Maru's economy is hurt, but Dark's getting even more hurt here.
All right, he's going to try to come in here. Really good splitting from Maru.
Oh, a group of the Banelings actually did not wrap around there, unfortunately.
Dude, he's going to beat Dark in a straight-up mid-game push. GG! Maru's going on to the finals.
Oh, my God. Just masterfully done. A couple of one-sided matches here tonight. Dark fought reasonably well, but Maru shows that he has got the range and the skills. Goes to his finals. This is his 8th GSL finals.
Guys, dust off the G5L trophy. Yeah, I'm like, I don't have anything else to say, man. I'm just like so excited. This is so cool.
I mean, it is pretty historic. So either we have, for the first time in 5 years, a Protoss champion, or in the last few years, 5 GSL victories for Maru.
Crazy.
Something seems wrong about that.
All right, guys. This was a fun day, man. Great show tonight.
7th GSL finals. I'm sorry.
7th.
For some reason, I was
yeah,
thinking
well, what a fool. It was not his 8th, but his 7th. All right.
Yeah.
Now I'm like looking at the rest of this graphic for errors.
All-time GSL most finals.
Most finals.
Yeah. Passes Sue there.
His 8th. Oh, never mind. I gotta go.
8th domestically.
Wow, what a match. Maru takes down the DreamHack Valencia champion Dark to move on to the grand finals of the season. Congratulations. Thank you.
와, 결승 진출 정말
Wow, sincere congratulations on making to the finals, Maru. This is your 7th GSL finals. And this alone is an amazing record. So now you are just you're ranked first in terms of the advancement in finals. So how do you feel? Well, here I came today with not much expectation, but after beating Dark, I feel really happy. I feel like I've successfully taken my revenge against him. It was an amazing watch. It was an amazing match to watch, Maru. So what kind of opponent was Dark to you? I mean, you know, the game was really hard against him. I had lots of thoughts, but you know, he played really well. I mean, GSL Nautilus and Hardwire, it was very inspirational seeing your play. And Maru kept feeling like every time you use Ghost, you turn the tide of the game. So what was the Ghost about? Well, today I tried to kind of like make my tempo quick in the game against him. In practice, I kind of used the strategies that I showed today, and it worked out well. So was this kind of play what you practiced with him? So this is the play that you practiced with Rogue, right? That's right. Very good preparation beforehand, Maru. I mean, the last battle against Dark in the last game, it felt like it was a very rushed battle on top of the creep. So what do you think about this one? Well, I didn't really care about the creep. I just tried to take him down quickly. I mean, Maru, your maneuver, your decision making, everything was perfect today. So although this was a round of 4 match, it felt kind of like a final. So what do you think about the match overall today? I mean, honestly, I thought this match would be harder than the final itself. So I kind of had a pressure and nervousness beforehand. So Hero might be kind of sad to hear that. So Hero, all the players agree that he's a very picky player, tricky player to play against. So, to you, Maru, what kind of player is Hero? I mean, even when everybody said that he's one of the favorites to win the tournament, I said that he's a winnable opponent. Then Maru. So now your G5L achievement is literally one step away. So now it feels like it's doable for you. So I'm sure all the viewers and all the fans have high expectations for this season. So anything else you want to say? That's right, the G5L is just one step away. But I'm not sure whether I can achieve it, but I will try to
알겠습니다.
this season.
다시 한번 결승 진출
Maru,
축하드립니다.
once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. Great work as always. Damn, dude, that was an experience. All of today's games were crazy. And talk about two very different best of fives, right? I mean, the marathon of Maru, kind of showing what Terran can do in endgame and how to actually, give it to these Zergs.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, Hero's games were really exciting. In some ways, I was almost more excited by his play and what he was able to do. And I really am curious who's going to take this finals now.
Oh, it's really hard to say. There's going to be a lot of prep that goes into it, I think, on both sides. These guys, it means so much on both sides, right? Like the first GSL finals here for Hero, and just the Protoss race having such a hard time winning GSLs. And then, of course, Maru, with that 5th championship, is anyone ever going to be able to catch up to that? Rogue is the only person anywhere near that.
Yeah, that's true. So either way, history is going to be made, guys. There's the information. You cannot get into the finals if you do not have a ticket. Even if you flew from the other side of the world, guys, that's just the way it is. So 5 p.m. tomorrow, KST. Tickets go live. The website's in English. Is it in other languages? I don't know, but it's in English. You're
Probably
watching the
Korean
English
as well.
stream. Who knows, Artosis?
No, we don't buy GSL tickets. We just get to get in, and in fact, we have pretty good seats.
Yeah, nice, Artosis.
Not the best seats, though.
Also, you saw on screen there the cheerful contest we have. Cheerfuls are the signs that the fans make. We love them.
Yeah, and we'll share some of the ones that you guys send in, so make sure you do that.
That's right. I'm super excited.
It's going to be a great finals. I think it's a fantastic finals to have.
I think this might be like one of our best finals of all time.
It could be. If it's anything like the excitement of the matches here tonight, like the unbelievable power of Maru, and then like how well Hero was playing against Bunny, if you mix that together, it's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, also, there's no more time. We're closing the show out. We love you guys. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. tickets. Finals is Friday, 6:30 p.m. KST. Not our usual day, so don't miss it. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.
#2022 GSL Season 2.